We're going to tab over to this screen. I swear I didn't hit the wrong button on my stream deck there. And I'm going to set
Thank
up...
you, Archive Team.
Thank you, Archive Team. Set up some music and let you guys know where we've been and what we've been up to. So, our heroes, the champions of the North, have been traveling through the North to deal with several apocalypses that are on their way, affecting most of Faerun. The champions were decided by trials of combat and other skills to, well, band together and solve this. They're currently making their way up to the famous Icewind Dale to deal with a couple of things, including a giant incursion and the return of Auril the Frost Maiden. They have arrived at the Ten Trail, and at the base of the Ten Trail they found the town of Hundlestone, where many people from the Dale have fled south, to get away from the terrible things that are happening up there. Hundlestone was very overpopulated, and as such, our heroes found it difficult to get anywhere. Hundlestone was facing shortages of some things and excesses of others, including people, and lacking space. It was ripe to be raided by any of the various enemies of the good folk anywhere in Faerun, and Grumsh's orcish horde saw precisely do that. At least that's what the scouts said. Fortifying the town as best they could, the party prepared to venture below or otherwise defend the town from the horde. Keelio and Lash went down to scout the area out, found a couple of things, and more to the point, laid eyes on the horde, wherein Lash found that the horde was chasing another group of orcs, and in so doing realized that there were unbroken refugees looking to free themselves from Grumsh's grasp. Lash laid her life out before her and thankfully didn't lose it in order to protect them until her comrades showed up, and show up they did, defeating the horde with spell and sword as best they were able to do. With the help of some of the Clan Grawl scouts, the Goliath clan came in to do some business in Hundlestone, as well as some Reghead barbarians who were in Hundlestone to help keep the peace. The horde was ultimately defeated by the combined efforts of all of the party, who managed to get some bonus feats in the process, but most notably Runyak Eragson of Clan Oskar, who called upon the spirit of Icing Death, one of the great frost worms of the Northern Realms, to... Sorry, I'm being attacked by a stream cat. To lay waste to the end of the horde with a 60-foot breath weapon and basically almost completely obliterated them. And that's basically where we left off, with the horde falling to pieces. Now, before we cut back to the story so far and let you guys rest and lick your wounds and take stock of what happened, I realized that I missed something at the end of last session.
Head tilt.
Wasn't Firga in the horde?
Oh, shit.
So Firga, do you add your armor or shield to your deck saves? Do you have that ability? Also, Keelio, get to the bottom.
It is full plate. I definitely do not get that.
Two things. Nightfall, you're not muted. You need to be cool. And also, make sure you're rolling as your character. All of you.
I also just fixed that.
So you don't have like shield mastery that lets you apply your shield AC to your... Okay, make that dexterity saving throw then. So that's going to be a fail, but you're only going to be taking half damage because your armor protects you from magic.
Right.
So that would be 34 points of damage.
Okay.
Which I should have done last week, and that's my bad. Was anybody else in the horde? I imagine Runyak purposely avoided Irithir and Dawn on one side and Lash on the other.
He jumped right on my head. He used me as a jumping board.
What I'm saying is he probably purposely avoided Lash and Irithir.
Right.
And I dipped out of the horde with the benefit of Zephyr Strike.
Right. Thank you. So we're
Which
good.
Is really good spell.
So we
Only Firga got dunked on.
only Firga got dunked on, but she got magic armor, so it's fine.
Yeah.
So we head right back down into the Underdark. And we pick it up right where we left off. Many of the orcs frozen in place or shattered on the ground. Piles of orcish dead. Our champions, valiant as ever, as the Reghead men and the Goliaths rejoin the group. You guys can see Talash and the rest of you. Also, one other quick thing that I mentioned. I said the wrong name. Malg is the orc that died. Bolg is up guarding the boulette.
Okay.
So Malg fell, Bolg did not. Roth is still alive, and Lash is still alive.
Should I mark my 4 levels of fuck?
You probably should, if you're letting that rage subside.
Not quite yet. Lash is still on edge, making sure that everything around her that is supposed to be dead is dead.
Fair enough. Nobody is looking at you. Well, Roth is looking at you. Everybody, all of the NPCs within eyeshot are staring at Runiak. As you can imagine.
Yeah, Lash is probably too for a while. Like, soft.
Yeah.
Kilio is a bit on guard.
Firga definitely is.
But Kilio is more on guard looking for any... She sees that everyone's distracted and she's looking for threats. Any stragglers.
Make a perception check with... Dawn's horn is still lit up, so you don't have disadvantage.
Okay. I also have dark vision, so...
Yeah, but dark vision gives you disadvantage. It allows you to make the check, but...
Yes, okay,
yeah.
I get that, yeah.
Okay. You do notice something, Kilio.
Okay.
At the edge of the battle, on the other side from where you guys are gathering, Underdark scavengers are already beginning to appear.
Define scavengers?
That's what I'm fixing to do, if you'll give me a second.
Sorry. It sounded like you ended your statement, I'm sorry.
Nothing that is a direct threat to you right now, but the first on the scene are strange, like, imagine a cross between a scorpion and a bat. About
Do
the
I know it?
About
go ahead.
About the size of a dog, not super big. Like staying at the edge of the light, skirting the battlefield, as well as some slug-like piercers, basically about a foot-long pink slug with a beak.
So,
Gotcha.
You mean carrion feeders and not looters?
Correct. As well as some scourges, which are already like landing on the fallen orcs. And you do not see the creatures themselves, but you see long, gray, vine-like tendrils slithering along the ground out of the edge of your vision towards the corpses and beginning to bind them.
Do I know what that is?
You're not familiar with Underdark things. That's why I didn't name anything except the Piercers and the Sturges.
Okay.
The Sturges you would have seen. The Piercers maybe, but the Scorpion Bats and the Tendrils, no.
Does Kilio know that orc's name that was alive with Lash?
No. I don't. You know Balgan or Malgan Bolg. You know, because he introduced them, but he didn't introduce himself. He only introduced himself to Lash.
Okay.
But you know him. You recognize him. He's the dude who came out of the tunnels and was like, "Warchi, if you're here," like that guy. He's been your guide down here, but you don't know his name.
Yes. I think I'm gonna call out to him.
You know he's a Deep Shade.
Yeah. Because I see Lash is exhausted.
I mean, he's also exhausted. They both had the red aura.
Yeah, that's fair. Do you recognize what those things are? Those tendrils?
Lash's head immediately snaps towards those.
Yeah, make a perception check with advantage because Roth can help you. Lash.
Do.
Oh yeah. So with a 25, yeah, you know immediately those are roper tendrils. Ropers are almost immobile. They're like stalagmite mimics, but their bite will cut through piercing like plate armor. They have a vicious bite, but they're basically turrets.
Yeah. Lash will like kind of go, ugh. Yeah, I know what they are. Just stay away from them. They feed on dead things.
They feed whatever they can catch.
Yeah, mostly.
Noted. We need to move. Carrion feeders are coming in. And we need to get back before the tunnel closes? She says it almost as a question.
No way of knowing when that's going to be.
My understanding, it could have already happened, correct?
Aye.
Lash will nod.
You got a name, biggin?
I am Breaking Dawn.
Help the war chief, she can't move.
Dawn will walk over and do, like, the medic lift.
Yeah.
Lash really can't argue. She's still in fight mode.
Yeah, also, I'm gonna give her a Cure Wounds.
Okay. Roth, like, sheaths his daggers on his belt. You see him, like, kneel down among the fallen orcs, and he grabs one seemingly at random and, like, pulls it over his shoulders. It isn't until it's, like, out of the... Because Lash and Roth are, like, surrounded by bodies, right?
Yeah.
It isn't until Roth actually, like, gets him up that you see the green cloak. 14 healing to you, Lash.
Thanks.
Anyone else need help getting up?
Killia's gonna go over to the other orc that was with Lash. And
So,
hers is not
Roth.
as good, but hers is not good, but she's also gonna cast Cure Wounds.
Okay.
I managed to retain full slots, so I can do that a good couple of times more.
Yeah. Roth, like, he, like, turns towards the, like, where the unbroken orcs are. And he's not even looking at, like, the Redhead men. The Redhead men especially he's not looking at, but he's not really looking at you guys or the Goliaths. He's just, like, adjusts the body on his shoulders and starts trudging that way. And it's a good distance, you know, it's like a quarter mile. And he's, like his knees are shaking, but he's not going to say anything about it.
You said you had full slots, Don? You used the healing word at the end of that fight, right before Runyak cleared the horde.
Aye.
Yeah, third level.
I'm gonna say it takes more than a minute for us to get back, or...
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna unmark everything and mark my 4 levels of fucking exhaustion.
Dawn's carrying you, so it's okay.
Still, it's something I want to keep
But before you guys, like, start going, like, are you guys, like, just gonna let Roth walk, or what's the deal with that?
I'm not in the mood to try and convince an orc that he needs help.
Frankly, we need to move as fast as possible.
I mean,
Yeah.
He's got the 4 levels of exhaustion too.
We can talk while we move.
I'm gonna lift his ass and the guy he's currently got.
I feel like there maybe was a stupor in some of the people.
How are you carrying 2 wounded orcs and a dead body, Dawn? Like, I get it, you're strong, you have a powerful build. It's just not a matter of can you lift this much weight. It's a matter of Lash is bleeding profusely and injured. Roth is bleeding profusely and injured. How are you doing that and packing a dead body?
Well, okay. So, see, there's a way to do that respectfully, and there's a way to do that to get the fuck out of here.
We have Goliath that can help you carry.
True.
That's true. I'm gonna keep the ones that are alive on me.
I mean, honestly, you'd be better off carrying Lash. You like, if you carry them like one under each arm, you run the risk of injuring them further.
And
That's
also, you can't
true.
use your shield.
True.
Like, I get that you're trying to be a strong man, but think this through.
I don't like that wording because I was.
Were you?
I was thinking about it. Yes.
That's not what I
I
said.
didn't.
I didn't say think about it. I said think it through. Think about the end
Anyway.
point. Yeah. Anyway.
I'll probably just carry Lash.
Okay. So then the question is, like, I'm not saying you have to. Does anybody help Roth?
I do.
Runyak does. Now that's surprising. But also very fitting. Like you like the Goliaths want to talk to you, and maybe you like brush past them to go help Roth. And I think like when you like separate from the group and get towards him, like you see him like drop a hand to his dagger for a second, and then he like struggles and almost drops the body and like puts his hand back up. You get close and like, do you speak Orcish?
No.
He says something to you in Orcish. Lash, you heard him. He said, "What do you want, human?"
Am I close enough to hear him?
Probably. Do you speak Orcish?
I do.
Probably, yeah.
Aerother speaks Orcish as well.
Then yeah, like you guys like so Runyak like gets to him and he growls in Orcish like, "What do you want?"
I think Kilio will like move closer and then translate.
I want to help you.
You're quieter than you should be, Cookie.
I was concerned that was just me.
Nope.
Good to know.
Am I still the same?
Yes.
Yes,
How about now?
Much better.
There it is.
much better.
So say that again.
I want to help you.
Don't need help from the likes of you. He says it in common this time.
I never asked if you needed it.
He stops. And still in common, like, pushes himself up to, like, a full standing position. He was, like, slumped over because A, lanky orc, and B, he's got a body on his shoulder. But he stands all the way up, and he says, "You know what tribe I'm with, human?"
Does it really matter?
Aye. Deep shade.
The significance of that?
The significance of that is the Deep Shade orcs are at war with the Icewind Dale. And you know that.
Sure, he knows, but does he give a fuck?
Valid.
Regardless of the circumstances, we fought on the same field. I don't have the strength to help you, but he does.
Nightfall, you're fishbowling for some reason.
That's weird. I do not know why. Does this help?
No.
No. I'm gonna try reset my stuff.
That's a good plan. So Roth, like, looks you up and down, Runyak. This one here. He doesn't deserve the ropers. The piercers. He's like your war chief. He's unbroken.
As are the ones we passed on the way in, aye?
Aye. They ain't got a tribe. But him? He's dirt to you, Dalian.
Mm. You're right. That's how he should be to me. He's a warrior.
Alright.
Fell in battle, protecting a friend of mine.
Like, narrows his eyes at you, his eyes, like, glowing, like, slightly yellow in the dark. He says, "Never heard one of your kin talk like that."
That's because our kin don't talk, they only fight.
You're right there. But I'm watching you. Which is empty, and he knows it's empty. Like,
I think Runyak just gives a little chuckle.
yeah. If you wanna take the body, what's your strength score?
20.
Oh yeah, no. Bolg is like he's an orc and he's a beefy orc, but he's deep shade. Deep shade tend to be like lanky and built for speed.
Mm-hmm.
Their strength is in their lower half, which makes them easier to balance.
Correct.
Ah.
So you pull the orc under your shoulders, and Roth like visibly like exhales or audibly exhales when you like relief, like less pain. And he nods at you.
Like, while he's passing me over the dead body, I give him a little touch and give him some cure wounds.
Okay.
Good?
Yeah, much better.
Okay, I had some real big issues with I thought my headset went dead.
Wow.
Cool. I'm glad it works.
So yeah, he takes it and he nods at you, and like immediately he goes for his dagger, not to like stab you, but he like pulls them out in the assassin's grip, and he like moves off to your side and he turns away from you.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what an orc would do, right? Like,
yeah.
In the meantime, Kilio, where are you walking?
Ahead. I'm the scout.
Okay.
Yeah, just slightly ahead, not that far.
Well, I mean, like, here's the thing, right? Like, you know where you're going. Like, it's open ground between you and your goal. In this instance, a scout would be in the back, watching those scavengers.
Actually, you are absolutely right.
Because there's a wall, like, you're going towards a wall, and you already crossed that ground. The scout would be watching the opening.
Yeah, I think after that, she's gonna move towards the back.
Okay.
And everyone, collect yourselves. We need to move fast. We have no idea if that tunnel closed or not.
Hey, let's get moving.
Can I make another perception check?
Yes, you can, but I was about to say, you have disadvantage because Dawn is in the middle. You're out of the radius of his light.
You are absolutely right. I'm still gonna do it.
Okay. Would you like that one or that one? Goblin 20 with disadvantage.
Nicely done.
So you see the scavengers like taking the things we're feeding on them right there. But you also see I have to phrase this carefully because I don't want to give you the wrong idea.
Yeah, I get
what
that.
I'm about to describe is not a werewolf. I'm just going to throw that out.
Yeah.
You see a large, vaguely humanoid beast. It's covered in white fur. It's got bat-like ears on the side of its head. And it crawls out of the darkness towards the battlefield on like long. You know how gorillas have really long arms and really short legs?
Yes.
This thing has kind of canine-ish back legs, but stunted, kind of more like a satyr. And he has long, like, lupine forelimbs that end in claws. And so when he runs, he kind of runs like the Beast, basically. As in Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah, I get that.
And this thing is like gotten to the battlefield and is like grabbing like multiple body, like grabbing and throwing it on its shoulder, grabbing another one, throwing it on its shoulder, and like basically grabbing corpses.
It's not eating here, it's grabbing them for later.
Correct. But it's big, and you've not seen its like before. It's not as big as Dawn. It's about as big as Lash.
Noted. Ooh.
Jesus.
Sizable boy,
Yeah.
but not a massive boy.
Is this the only one I see?
It is the only one that you currently see.
Alright.
The way that it moves, the best
answer.
the best way I can describe the way that it moves is like it moves like Gollum.
Ah, yeah.
Except bigger, and it obviously has claws. Like basically combine Golem and a werewolf, and then make that werewolf white, and that's basically what this thing looks like.
Forgive me if this comes off poorly. Doesn't Gollum just move the way chimpanzees move?
Not exactly, but similarly, yes. More to the point, he's twitchy.
So
fair
basically,
enough.
give a werewolf a golden ring that brainwashes them.
Kind of, yes.
Okay.
But it doesn't seem to be following you. In fact, he's watching the party as he's like doing his business. There is an intelligence there, but it's not. He has eyes similar to your wolves. I'll put it that way.
Noted.
It's one of those, I'm just getting my shit and going, don't mind me.
Basically.
I just closed row 20, so hopefully you won't have me make any rolls as of yet.
Well, I was gonna say,
Make a shot, say.
if you want to scout for anything else, you can.
Okay, is there anything coming from... Okay, I say coming from.
Make sure you roll your
thing as my character.
Yep.
In places other than towards the battlefield, is there anything like watching us along the outskirts?
Not in the range of your dark vision.
Okay.
So basically, that's a good question. Basically, the wall to if you face the battlefield, you're on like a plane, a earthy, like stony plane, similar to like the World of Light cutscene, like what that ground looks like for Smash.
I'm reminded of the Nether, like you have a plane and in the Minecraft, and you have a plane, and then there's that rock face that you see along the side. I'm reminded of that for your description.
If you face the battlefield, the left side, also about a quarter mile away. You're pretty big on the plane that you're on, like the PLAIN plane.
Yeah,
is pretty big. But off to your left, you see just a solid stone wall that seems to go up to the ceiling. On your right, the plane extends into darkness. You're not sure what's over there.
Okay. Then I'm gonna position myself closer to the right back.
Okay.
Okay. Of the party?
Yeah,
So
I understand. Does anybody tell the Goliaths to be quiet?
I mean, they won't listen anyway.
They absolutely will.
I think Kilio does. I think Kilio does.
Okay. I was gonna say, because if you don't, they're going to be loud and threatening to keep beasts away, because that's what they do. Does anybody have any conversations they want to have as you guys make your way back towards the wall?
Yeah. How are we
Where
gonna?
is Irithyr positioned in this?
Good question.
I'm sorry. I kind of zoned out there for a sec.
Where are you in the pack of people heading towards the wall? Positionally.
Probably somewhere towards the front.
Okay.
This is a leadership sort of situation.
Right. So
Okay.
Irithyr, you've got a couple of Goliaths with you.
Okay.
They're not saying anything because Killia told them not to, but they're like, you're flanked on either side by a 9-foot Goliath with a horn bow.
Hey, how do we convince the townsfolk that these orcs aren't a problem?
Who's she asking this to in particular?
You're also quiet, Lash.
Who's she asking this to in particular?
Probably Irithyr, because he's a good face. I think. He's an elf.
Sorry, what was it that you said?
How are we going to convince the townsfolk that these orcs, i.e. the refugees, aren't a threat?
I actually have an idea for this that I came up with over the week.
Okay.
It's not gonna be subtle at all. So I think he turns to Dawn and goes, "Do you know the cantrip thaumaturgy?"
I do not, but I believe I could speak as loudly normally as you with it.
Just a note, we have a Goliath that knows thaumaturgy.
Yeah, but you don't know that. Well, you know that. I don't think Irithyr does.
I'm assuming Irithyr heard the little sister, come greet your kin.
But he doesn't know that that's one of these. For all he knows, there could be more Goliaths outside.
I think it would be better if I did it. Then again, you're known among the townsfolk.
One of the Goliaths walking beside you, Bragg, he says, not to butt it on your conversation, but that spell have a different name?
Would Irithyr know alternate names for spells?
Depends on how familiar you are with other cultures. Goliaths tend to be primitive in your eyes.
Considering Irithyr speaks the language like he's studied the cultures of the north?
Maybe. Generally speaking, Goliaths use thaumaturgy, like, mostly to be able to shout. They don't really use it for its other things. And so they refer to it as Thunder Shout.
Here's a question. Would Dawn know about that?
Like thaumaturgy? Yeah.
I mean, like, the different names for stuff, because he's encountered so many different races over his time.
I mean, yeah, but...
Probably not many Goliaths.
Probably not many Goliaths, and more to the point, like, the people that you meet, you can... if you pull somebody out of the ocean, right? Dawn is probably able to mouth precisely what they're going to say. Like, it always follows a script. Right?
That's fair.
So the odds of them talking about their magics are probably a little bit lower.
Unfortunate, but you know what? Fair enough.
Yeah. What I'm willing to say is you can make a history check and see if it's come up. Actually, it would be insight. Make an insight check and see if it's come up.
I'll take that.
I can imagine some Goliath at some point was shouting with the big shouty boy, like, help, help.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, Dawn with a 15, I think you could know that, sure.
Oh, cool. Did we decide Irithyr does?
I can make an insight check as well, I guess.
No, you said you studied their culture, so it's fine for you.
Fair.
Oh, okay.
Right, you know it as Thunder Shout.
Oh, Newt knows that. Why do you need it?
Does he? This isn't going to be pretty, but it'll at least get us a clear path out of the city.
It doesn't tell us what you're doing.
If we can escort these orcs out of the city, if I can convince the townsfolk to clear a path. That'll be enough.
But what if, hear me out, they want to stay in the town?
They won't take them. The people are prejudiced, and these folk do not know common.
While I agree with you, they also don't have any supplies. What are you gonna do? Throw a fur over all of them and pretend that we found a bunch of people down here?
I was thinking something a little more direct.
Go on.
Subtlety's out of the question.
Aye?
We could say they went turncoat and saved the day.
If we can convince them that they are not enemies.
Exactly. Exactly. If we say they want to fight with us. Well, not strictly true. It's fair enough.
That should at least buy us time.
To do what? March them out of the gate into the snow so they can just freeze to death?
Get them supplies and get them a heading at least.
Well,
like,
what's the heading?
To be determined. That's the whole getting part of getting a heading.
You never go out into a blizzard without a direction.
To what extent is Lash conscious?
You're conscious, you just can't move. Your speed is 0.
It's actually halved.
Oh, well, then, yeah, you're conscious.
Jade.
At exhaustion 4, it's not 0?
No, it's speed halved.
Just checked. It's disadvantage on ability checks, speed is halved, disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws, and hit point maximum is halved.
There you go.
That's right, 5 is speed 0.
Yeah.
Lash will, like, try to speak up a bit. Deep Shade. Before we knew they were running from the Underdark, Roth, I agreed to let Deep Shade take any prisoners. They aren't prisoners, but...
They're not prisoners, so it doesn't count. Besides, doesn't Dark Driver need bodies?
We do, but there's no way to get them to Dark Driver.
Well, no, they got legs, they're strong.
The bridge is out.
Dempsey, can you link the table of exhaustion you found?
I didn't link a table. I used my on-sheet
I
tracker.
found a table that sucks a lot more on the Roll20 page.
I want to point something out, but Firgo wasn't there to hear it.
Go ahead, what, Gracie?
Something, the bridge is out. The Goliaths are here to fix the bridge.
Yeah.
No, it did Lash.
That's what I was about to say, but then Keelio got bogged down on... What are you talking about, Keelio?
The exhaustion table that Roll20 lists. I haven't checked other sources, but it's a lot worse than just speed 0. For 4.
Yeah, Gemsy read off all that, mate.
Oh, I didn't know he read off the...
Yeah, he read off the whole thing.
I used my on-sheet tracker, set it to 4, and read off all the stuff.
I'm dumb. Ignore me.
Cool. The bridge is out, that's why we're here.
Good to know. They're gonna still need a way down to Star Metal.
Can they help make a bridge?
I'll have to ask.
Because if they can make a bridge, and they can, you know, understand us, then all we have to do is go topside and be like, hey, these orcs are with us, anybody got a problem? And it like punches his other palm.
Fair enough.
Do any of those among you have the means of understanding other languages magically?
Magically? Nah.
Do any of you speak Orcish?
Ella knows a couple of words. But I was thinking, and he points at Roth, that guy could help us out.
That's up to him.
Like, looks at you, Lash, and he says, in Orcish, he says, How do you feel about turncoats?
Sibs is confused by the use of that. What does that refer to?
You don't know? He said, how do you feel about turncoats?
Lash will kind of like quirk one of her eyebrows. It could be the blood loss specify.
There ain't nobody in Deep Shade that would do what you did. I'm thinking Wrath of the High House Dark Driver doesn't sound too bad.
Lash
shit!
Lash will smile at him, and
Oh shit!
she's going to try and do her best to salute him. If you think that's what's best, Roth, welcome aboard.
Two things. He holds up two fingers. One, you're gonna have to tell the Deep Shade. They're not gonna be mad at you. Just pass the word, eh?
I can do that, of course.
Two, I want a house. I understand Dark Driver lost some people recently. I'll get back to Star Metal, meet up your kin, bring the reinforcements. I'll get my pick of a vacant lodging. Mine is yours.
Sounds fair to me.
Turns back to the Goliath in common. Yeah, alright, I'll go with you. Then, that agreeable with you, Master Elf?
That's certainly a good way to get them out, yes.
Hell yeah!
I'm just saying, you seem to be the one to ask.
Aerith, are you yet tired of people referring to you as Elf instead of your name?
I said
what
Master!
To someone who doesn't know my name, no. It does not bother me.
I do find it slightly humorous that when we first met you insisted your full name was used, and that has yet to happen.
I insisted you use an honorific with my name.
Do you have one of those pain-in-the-ass long Elvish names?
Yes.
Lash kind of chuckles a bit.
Knew a wood elf once.
Did he have a name to match?
Elves made of wood?
Yes.
That's not what a wood elf is.
No, but there are elves made of wood.
Fair enough.
What are they called?
Eladrin.
Yeah.
I was about to say mannequin.
Gesundheit.
No, wait, not that. The one that sounds like Druid, but's not Druid. Oh, I guess Eladrin sounds like Druid. That's not what I meant, though.
Okay, then I misunderstood. What do you mean? Because
Make an intro check. Make an intro check.
Aether wouldn't have messed it up. Oh.
No, and Eladrin, like, I think that's perfectly in character, honestly. You're like, oh, elves made of wood, that's an Eladrin. And he's like,
I get what you mean.
The fuck are you talking about? Yeah, no, he's probably talking about dryads.
Yeah. Oh. You mean dryads?
Yeah, that.
They're closer to the Fae than us elves.
Are you not?
Somewhat.
Well, there you go. So, before we go up there and, like, talk to the humans and take the orcs away to build a bridge and all this other stuff, he, like, stops walking and he turns to Runyak. And all of the Goliaths turn to you, Runyak. Except Keelio. Keelio can do whatever Keelio wants. And Bragg says, I don't mean to,
Are they stopping, or
Yes.
do they keep moving in turn?
I don't mean to sound accusatory or anything, but,
Hey, we can't stop moving!
are you a white dragon? 'Cause you turned into a white dragon. And, we don't really care for white dragons.
Okay.
Well, do I look like a white dragon right now?
Kinda.
That's because of the clip. Okay.
I don't believe they will pick up on your sarcasm, Runyak.
I've learned this. I've learned this. I should have known. No, I'm not a white dragon. I just have...
Can you make a charisma saving throw for me, Runyak?
Yeah, sure. This is gonna go great.
Okay.
Can you make a charisma saving throw for me?
Would I like that one or that
Icing
one?
Yeah,
death.
yeah. So, so you say, no, I'm not a white dragon yet.
Hmm?
But you don't notice that you said it.
Yet?
What do you mean, yet?
What? Yet? I said I'm not a white dragon. Yet.
So you did it again.
Wait. What? That's strange.
Runyak,
Aye, Dawn?
do you know the story behind your people's relic?
Not its entirety, but I know of some, aye.
Could it perhaps have retained its mind and slowly be changing you? A curse of the flesh.
What is that thing called?
What, the cloak?
Yes.
Or the beast that it's from.
Now, absolutely in character, Runyak could say Icing Death's full name. Cookie, however, can't.
Link it, I'll do it.
Come on, you gotta try.
Time for me to put.
I have tried before, and we know how well that.
Time for me to put the GM britches on. Go ahead and link it.
It's in the Ring of Valor prizes.
Yeah, but it would be more convenient if you would just link it.
All right, give me a second to.
I can do it.
Nah, I got this. Hang on. Fuck.
Where is the Ring of Valor prizes?
Under player notes.
Under the at the bottom of the notes section.
Here, I got you.
Ring of Valor prizes. Here we go.
There you go.
That's a fucking name. I never noticed that was down there. That's a fucking name. What the shit?
That is Angelo Castamazillion. Angelo Castamazillion.
Gesundheit. Holy shit.
Angelo
Here's the thing, Aerithir speaks Draconic.
Yeah.
Angelo Escamilzillion.
I mean,
You have the Cloak of Icing Death.
I.
At least two of the Goliaths fit arrows into their bows.
I think Dawn just looks at Lash and goes, humans.
Does Lash have any idea what the fuck the significance of that is?
Make a history check.
Or Firga. Or Firga, for that matter.
History check.
Yes.
I feel like Aerithir
I think
knows.
Dawn knows, so can I as well?
Roll it just to be sure. Aerithir and Dawn get advantage.
Alright.
Lash, can I have 4 warbanners, please?
Yeah, I'm on it.
Thank you. So Dawn gets 16, Aerithir gets 25, Firga gets 20. Kilio, are you rolling?
Lash has
History.
Goblin 20.
History check on Icing Death.
Yeah. Nightfall's having headset issues. It's a history check on
That's
Icing
by
Death.
Keep Frosting.
Do you want it, Nightfall, or no?
You don't have to.
Yeah, you don't have to. Alright, and then Kilio gets 24. Okay, so all of you got at least 20, so you're solid. So yeah, the Icewind Dale is named after a dragon. The Icewind Dale is a territory of a semi-deific legendary dragon named Icewind. The area was originally called Icewind's Dale. And Icewind is winter incarnate, quite literally. And Icewind had a mate who was just as badass, just as semi-deific, named Icing Death. And I want to say it was just prior to the Spell Plague. The Reghead Barbarians killed Icing Death.
Woo!
Out of character, I 100% imagine that is a rumor of some people to say what started the Spell Plague.
There's no way that started the Spell Plague. However, yeah.
Rumors are gonna rumor.
Yeah. Basically, what you guys know is Icing Death is... When Irithyr said, wait, you're wearing the cloak of Icing Death, what he basically said was, you're wearing David's coat of many colors? Like, that type of thing. Like, holy shit.
That's like an actual holy relic for some people.
Yes!
What the
Joseph's,
fuck is
by the
David
way.
Coates?
Joseph, yeah.
Joseph, sorry.
What the fuck is Joseph's coat of many colors? What the shit?
It's a biblical reference.
It's a biblical artifact.
And also a really popular musical.
Yeah.
Basically, it was a coat given to Joseph when he was announced the favorite of his father and, by extent, of God.
Yes.
It was a coat that had every color known to man, and it made his siblings very jealous, and it resulted in them throwing him into a hole and taking the coat.
Point being, it's a big deal.
Yeah.
Well, Runyak's already in the hole.
I mean, we're all in the hole. We're in the Underdark.
Okay, fine, Gamzee. If you want a different reference, it's basically saying, you have Daniel Boone's axe?
Yeah, that one's also a negatory, Ghost Rider.
Who's Daniel Boone?
I meant Paul Bunyan. Sorry.
Oh, no, that... Yep.
I'm tired and I'm injured. I apologize. I got the name wrong both times. Basically, Paul Bunyan's axe.
Yeah, that one. That I get.
It's not quite on the level of being like, you have the One Ring, but it is on the level of being like, you have Gandalf's staff? Like that.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
So fun fact for some people. Not only the Reghead Barbarians killed Icing Death, but also Driz Duerden.
Yeah.
That's why one of his swords is named after him.
It was Drizzt, it was Brunor, it was Brunor's adopted daughter, and it was several Reghead men.
Yes.
Yep.
I absolutely hate Brunor's adoptive daughter's name. She's a half-elf. She's a half-elf, and her name is Kay-Leigh, Kaylee. I hate it. I hate it.
The Valley Girl, fuck!
I hate it.
What the Valley Girl,
I
fuck?
hate it.
That's not a good
I
name
hate
for
it.
some dwarven adopted
hate
child.
it.
No, what the fuck?
I hate
I
it.
can totally see a half-elf wandering around a souvenir store, cursing her luck for not finding a keychain with her spelling on it.
Right? No, absolutely. And also, it should be pointed out, Kaylee is in this module.
Yay!
Yay.
Don't get me wrong, she's a great character. She's super cool. She just has an unfortunate name. It's like Lawrence Parnassus.
Anyways.
Wow, that was mean.
Trace care, kids talking shit.
When is Kid not talking shit?
I'm gonna tell Trace.
Go ahead. That's the second time I've called his ass out in DA.
Anyways,
Yes.
after confirmation
Trace
that
he's gonna be sad at you.
Can I not be interrupted, please?
Yeah.
I've been trying to get this thought out for 5 minutes.
Go on, Vader.
Go on.
Anyways, Irithyr gets a serious look on his face. He looks straight at Runyak and basically goes, Alder Runyak Eriksson, I'm not going to tell you to throw that away on anything, but be careful with that. That's far bigger of a deal than you might imagine. And I wouldn't be surprised if it has lingering sentience.
Well, considering that some of you look like you're about to off me where I stand, how many of you jumped at the mention of that name? I
mean,
will
you
keep
did
a
turn
close
into
eye.
him, to be fair.
And you did just say you weren't a dragon yet.
Yeah, that one was new.
So, the elf's being nice, I'll say it. Throw that in a crevice.
Where anyone could find it? No thanks.
Find one with magma at the bottom, it's not that hard.
Yes, point me in a direction in the Underdark where there's magma.
Bragg
You'd be
points.
amazed.
Bragg points in a random direction. Just points.
Would there
Sugar
actually be
also
magma
points in a
the
direction.
Underdark?
Would there be magma underground, Sibs?
I'm asking because it's another dimension. I'm not sure.
Yes.
You'd be
I'm not-
amazed. Welcome back.
But there's
What did I miss?
everybody's mad at Runyak. There's a sitcom.
Lash
Oh,
isn't mad. She's just, ugh. You'd be amazed. There's quite a good bit of magma underground. It's magma after
What?
all.
Did Runyak do exactly aside from own a cloak from a dead white dragon?
Oh, that's just it.
The dead god white dragon.
Yeah, basically, like, dead white dragon, no. Dead white dragon that's about 2 steps shy of Tiamat.
Side note, I need one of those Always Sunny title cards that says Runyak gets possessed by a dragon.
Right?
On it.
There's a generator for that. Like,
There should be, yeah.
yeah. No, I know for a fact there's a generator for that.
Hey. Fucking.
You're not muted.
Hello, cat. Hello, cat.
Hello, Kitter Cat.
Dream Kitter.
So, like, if you say you're good, and we'll go topside and whatever. It's a nice cloak, it's just... Like, what you did, like, back there, you saved the day. Great. But, like... What if that's your friends next time?
It was his friend. It was his friend the first time, but I'm still standing.
I kind of... Sorry, Figga.
Hey, no worries. You did the job just fine.
Are we moving or not?
Eventually.
Hey, let's get going.
Well,
Can I-
not,
don't know.
like turning to head back towards the wall. Sorry, Vader.
I was just gonna say we don't have much time, so let's go.
Quick thing as they're walking. How are we gonna get up the, sheer stone wall that we kind of slid down?
I can climb and I can set pythons and rope.
I mean, yeah, but, like,
It won't take me long.
that's not... Little sister, look at the guy in green. Barely keeping his head up.
I can also set up a pulley. We can pull him up. Rather, you can pull him up. I'm not as strong as
Take
you
a
are.
while if we do this one at a time.
Got a better suggestion?
I'm looking over my spells. I don't think I have anything that'll help.
There's
Damn it.
currently 2 ropes already dangling down.
And the wall is a wall, so, like, you know, not impossible. But also, like, some of you guys look a little,
So, what
Newt,
do we do?
how would you describe them? And Newt goes, fucked? Yeah, you're kind of fucked.
I have a couple 100 feet of rope. Once you get up there,
Little
I can
sister, you
count.
are a couple 100 feet of rope.
I mean, I have plenty in my back. I never go anywhere without it. So, we'll tie enough rope to where he's not dying in pain around him, and get the other end up there so you can pull him up.
Alright. What about the rest of you?
Out of character, wasn't there like a ledge that led up? Or no, was that
Honestly,
misunderstanding?
No, there wasn't a ledge. There's a wall. The unbroken orcs were climbing the wall. If that's what you
aside
mean.
from Kirga and Lash, none of the rest of us are severely hurt, are we? Looks around.
I would have assumed tired, but okay.
I'm not so beat myself, but again, I cannot speak for the others.
So you guys get to the wall about this point, and yeah, you guys like look up and down. You see the ropes dangling there. You also see a couple of orcs like leaning over the side, looking down at you.
Lash will, as best she can, call up in Orcish. Other than exhaustion, is everyone okay?
The response you get is, "We have wounded."
Shit. Looks at Dawn. Do you think you can help them?
Is there anything tailing us?
Make a perception check. Are you talking to Bragg, or are you in the back? Bragg is up by Irithyr.
I would have moved back towards the back as we continued moving.
Okay, make a perception check. Yes, actually.
Oh, fuck.
About 10 or 15 of those humanoid werewolf things, they're pacing you like hyenas. You know, like, or I guess coyotes would be a little bit easier for you to understand. You know how coyotes will, like, move back and forth at an invisible perimeter of something bigger than them?
Mm-hmm.
Like that.
Trying to scavenge any further kills.
Yep.
Type thing.
Yep. There's a whole, like, swarm of them.
Can Lash see these things if she looks over, or is she too far
Make
up?
a perception check. It'll be hard to see with Dawn's horn glowing.
Yeah, right next to my face, probably.
With a 14, I would say you could see at least one of them. You definitely see that Kelio was, like, looking at something.
Do I know what these are?
Yes.
What are they?
These are Quaggoths. Quaggoths are basically... The rumor is that they're mutated orcs. They're basically orcish wendigos. They don't follow grumps, they don't follow anything. They're effectively animals. But
Yeah.
they're basically like wendigos.
How do you, like, Lash recognizes these and it's that, oh shit, basically? Or does Lash know better than...
Well, let me ask you this, Lash. Would it be oh shit if you saw a pack of wolves? It's about it's about as threatening as a pack of wolves.
So it depends on the situation.
Correct.
Probably. In this current situation,
there's a reason that they're not attacking you. They're not.
Yeah,
they're not dumb.
Yeah.
We kind of just laid wait to all this carnage, and also they've got a lot of pickings to pick over anyway.
Yeah.
They're just trying to get more food, it looks like.
Yeah, Lash will just look at him and just mutter under her breath, Quaggoths.
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 Quaggoths is a different thing.
Quaggoths. She'll basically mumble that.
You say Quaggoth and Roth, like, whips around?
There's about 10 to 15 of them.
Oh, great.
They're probably picking
Kirgo looks around.
They're picking over the dead ones. Ugh, not a great situation to be in, but...
In Orcish, Roth says, I'm bleeding, you're bleeding, and the survivors have wounded.
As fast as possible.
They are kind of like sharks in that regard.
They smell blood and they want it.
Yep.
Alright. What I'm going to do is one of those ropes over there. Dawn, which one of those was yours? The strong one.
It's noticeably bigger than the others.
Okay.
Yeah.
Without hitting it, could I throw my dagger up, pop up by it, and grab hold of it?
I'll be right back.
In theory, yes. You would have to throw the dagger in such a way that the arc would stop you within reaching distance of the rope. You'd have to orient yourself, and then you'd have to make the catch. It'll be a dex save with disadvantage.
Dex save with disadvantage. Okay. Could I give it an attempt?
Yeah, of course. You can always make an attempt.
Okay. So just should I make the attack roll and then the dex save?
No, just the dex save.
Just the dex save.
You're not attacking anything. Or disadvantage, no.
Okay.
You want to throw the dagger at the ground so you don't take fall damage?
Yes, I will.
Okay. So you throw it up, and you warp up to it, and you go to grab the rope, and you're just not close enough. And you like flail at the air, and then yeet the dagger downward so you don't like get hit, and you land back in the dirt.
Yeah, Richard alone. Can one of you boost me up?
Oh, how you want to go?
It's only like what, 10 feet above the ground?
What's only like 10 feet above the ground?
The rope.
Oh.
Last session you said it was only 10 feet above the ground.
Yes.
Dawn didn't have to worry about the fall damage.
No, Dawn went all the way down. Oh, no, you're right. Yes, because Dawn's bigger than that. Yeah, you are correct. The things you were saying are true, and I'm a dingus. Yes.
Okay.
You don't want to go all the way up?
Not yet. I need to tie another rope to the end of this. So we have room to tie around them.
Yeah, alright. Bragg, like, puts his hands down. You step in it.
Take out a 50-foot coil of rope before doing
you
that.
step in it. And Bragg just, like, heaves you up. Rather gently. Woof, up you go.
Okay.
He throws you more than 10 feet, but he throws you, like, in line. You can, like, grab the rope and slide back down to where you want to be.
Yeah. And I wanna
Unfortunately, it is easier to tie a rope if you're not also hanging by it.
Valid.
That is true. However, I do have my teeth. So, using the coil of rope, I want to tie it around the end of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, close to the end of it, knot it to where it won't slip.
I'm sorry, you probably said teeth, but I heard tea, and now I'm just picturing Keelio hanging by a rope with her feet, just sipping on a teacup.
I believe Nightfall said feet.
Ah.
I do have my feet. I also have my teeth.
Oh, okay.
So.
Yeah, so you tie the rope on. You tie the ropes together, I should say. Okay.
Yes. And I'm gonna slide back the entire length. Slide
Okay.
down the entire length.
Okay.
Lash, actually, I'm gonna yell up to them, the orcs at the top. In Orcish,
Yep.
I'm gonna tie these ropes around our wounded. Can you hoist them up?
One of the orcs responds, we have a net.
That also works. Can you throw it down?
Make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, fuck. Hopefully I'm better at this one.
Cool. So, you're like, can you throw it down? And they just throw down like a weighted gladiator net, which because of the fall opens up completely. And you just like roll out of the way really quick and just net hits the ground.
Should have expected that.
Little sister, before we shoot them, did you ask for that?
Yes, I did.
Cool.
I probably have a couple of those on my person.
Is it in your inventory?
Yes.
Yes, you do.
Then
Okay.
yeah, just.
That'll work.
Okay.
I'm gonna fasten this to the length of rope.
Yep.
Hey, I really got to learn Orcish.
I can help with
Is there
that.
gonna be any kind of check to do that? Make sure it's
Nope.
secure? Okay. Alright. Alright. Lash. What was the other one's name?
Roth.
Roth?
Roth. R-O-T-H. Roth.
Roth. Lash. Roth.
You don't know his name.
They're gonna-
Helio doesn't know his name.
No, I thought that was said. Okay, never mind.
Nope. Oh, no, you're right. You did. He said Roth Dart Driver. Never mind.
Yeah. So, they're gonna hoist... I'm sure you heard. They're gonna hoist you up. Get you out of here while we figure our way up.
Yeah, alright. Roth, like, steps up into the net, grabs the top of it, and it closes up around him. It's like makeshift pulley. The orcs start hauling him up. You hear them, like, chanting, like, heave at intervals in Orcish.
Alright.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna climb the wall. The Goliaths start climbing the wall.
What about the body?
Runyak has it.
We can
Unless
probably...
you can climb with it, you're probably going to need to put it in the net. You know, second pass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do
Yeah.
you think they could take both of us, or do you think that'd be too heavy?
It would not be too heavy, but it would be very uncomfortable. The net is formless. It'll form up around you.
Yeah,
And you'd be squished up against the body.
fair.
More to the point, the body can't resist the motion.
No, it can't.
Yeah. So we'll have to do those separately. Lash will probably go last.
Okay. So the Redhead men are climbing up the rope on the wall. I think it's reasonable that we could just crossfade to all of you being up on the wall.
Yeah.
That works.
No reason not to. So you guys all get up there. Probably probably Firga's like the last one up because she's got that heavy plate mail.
Yeah.
And she's been spotting people.
So as you're like pulling yourselves up with help from the orcs, we see like Roth and Bragg and Elu like talking to some of the orcs, and you guys have a moment to yourselves to discuss your next move if you want. So they've lit a fire up here.
Can Kilio pull the ropes up, or are they just up now?
Yeah, they're up.
Okay, can I untie my rope? I use the frost
Already
spider.
sorted.
Yeah, okay.
I'd also like my rope back.
Yeah, you guys can reclaim your ropes. If you guys want to keep that net, you can.
Okay.
Lash is just taking it easy for now, as best she
How
can.
heavy is that net?
Normal net weight.
I have that on my sheet. Let me show you.
Net weight.
Yeah.
Ha!
Boo.
I'd like to look over Lash and the injured at large.
The nets are 3 pounds. I have 3 of those.
Okay, I can put that in my bag.
So let's make a medicine check, Don. This is kind of your thing.
War banner.
Unfortunately,
God fucking damn it! The very first. One of the first times I've had a chance to fucking use my medicine in forever. Ain't that the fucking luck?
Unfortunately, yeah, with a nat 1, I'm not gonna say you misdiagnosed or anything like that, but I will say, like, the combination of these orcs are still skittish, it's orc physiology, which you don't know a great deal about, and the conditions down here kind of suck, even with your horn lit up. I'm gonna say, like, you can't, like, you can be like, this person is bleeding, but you can't really give them treatment, per se.
If nothing else, I'll probably try checking over Lash again once we're outside.
I have a stupid question.
What's up?
Do you have an AoE heal, Don?
Yeah. I have a couple.
If you use an AoE heal, I'm not saying you have to, you can fix everybody. Like
How many people are there?
What I'm saying is you can arrange them in such a way that if you do an AoE heal, you'll fix them all. They won't be 100%, but you'll keep them from bleeding out.
Pretty sure all of my AoEs are targeted.
They're distribute a number of hit points among everyone.
I have
but 1 point of magical
word.
healing. Sorry. 1 point of magical healing fixes mundane wounds. Is the thing. Mass Healing Word. I think Mass Healing Word, like, is a
6.
number of targets, no?
6 people.
6 people. You don't have, like...
What's...
I could do Healing Spirit
I have...
and hit 10.
I have Aura Vitality, but that would be...
Does Aura Vitality heal?
Yeah.
Then that's fine.
It's an aura that I put on, and as long as creatures are within 30 feet of me, I can just one at a time, bam, 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 for a minute.
Yeah. Then you can, like...
What type of action is that?
Bonus.
Then you can do it twice in a turn.
Yes, that's 20. I think that's more than reasonable. 20 will be more than enough. If you want to cast that once,
okay.
You can patch everybody, including Lashin and Roth.
I have a question.
Yes.
So part of having 4 points of exhaustion is my HP is halved. I'm assuming that gets rectified as I rest.
Correct.
Yeah, once you lose the 4th level, your HP will go back.
Yeah, but I'm asking because
every long rest you lose a point of exhaustion.
I'm currently at my max at half. Am I still going to heal above that or no?
No.
Okay, I thought I would ask. God, I am really in a bad way if we get into another fight.
So then, like, that is my question. Like, as Dawn is, like, finishing healing everybody, you guys have a minute to, like, take stock of the situation, and I need to know what you guys are planning on doing.
How much healing do we get, out of curiosity?
Are you...
Well, it's 2d6 a bonus action.
Hang on. Are you partaking in the Aura of Vitality? Because, and forgive me for not making this clear, I meant that was for the orcs.
I mean, if you want to save it for the orcs, that's fine. It's just...
If you need a top-up, just let me know. I can give you something else.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I was just saying, like, 1 Aura Vitality, and Dawn can fix the bleeding orcs.
Okay. I wouldn't object to a top-up. I just, figured I'd get in there if there was space for her.
Yeah, Firka took 30-some points of damage.
Yeah.
Okay. This should be able to... What am I at here? Okay, yeah. This should be able to...
You can also just pull from the shield. I just figured if there was space for her, wouldn't want to waste it.
15 healing cure wounds, Firka.
Thank you.
And, like, you guys have a lot of healing between you, so, like, you guys can sort yourselves out if you feel you need to. But I would like to know... Sorry, go ahead.
What's absurd is I still have a shitload of healing I can do.
Good. You're a life cleric, that's your shtick.
So, I need to rectify my memory here. Did Kilio mention the barrier when she came out of the tunnels?
Nope.
Nope, we haven't mentioned that yet. We also need to go check on the other orc.
His name is Bolg.
Bolg. We need to go check on Bolg.
I have something I want to do with my wolves. I'm not gonna cast Speak with Animals or something.
Okay.
But I guess I'll answer my question within doing it. Does the scent of the surface pass into the Underdark? Because I imagine they smell different.
How would you know that without casting Speak with Animals?
Because I'm gonna cast Beast Sense.
You're gonna cast Beast Sense?
Beast Sense allows you to create a telepathic link with an animal that you're friendly with and use their senses.
Okay, may I see the spell, please?
Oh, wait, no, the description's not in there. Let me get it.
Thank you.
It's like seeing through your familiar without the familiar.
I'm not super familiar with the spell Beast Sense, so I want to take a look at it, and also I want to take a look at it for the stream.
It's not a terribly commonly used spell, so it's understandable.
I get a free use of it every day.
Which is, like, it's dope, but nobody's cast it during DA yet, and I want to take a look at it. And for the sake of people who may have never seen it, you touch a willing beast. For the duration of the spell, you can use your action to see through the beast's eyes and hear what it hears, and continue to do so until you use your action to return to your normal senses. Okay.
Be right back.
That doesn't specify scent, actually. Interesting, but for lore reasons, I'd assume it would also give you
I also agree. I believe it's called Beast Sense. I believe it is. So, bear with me for a minute. Back in my day, back in World of Warcraft, during like the Cataclysm era, Cataclysm expansion, and prior to that, I think it it left shortly thereafter. But regardless, hunters, the rangers of World of Warcraft, had an ability called Eyes of the Beast. And what Eyes of the Beast did was it allowed the player to manually control the animal companion. I imagine Beast Sense is that minus moving them, right? But like in the same way that the player's camera would go from the hunter to the pet when using Eyes of the Beast, Keelio's perception would go to the wolf. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think that's completely reasonable.
Okay. So I'm gonna go up to... Which one has the highest wisdom? Because I bumped one of their
Layla.
wisdoms. Layla. I'm gonna go up to Layla. And I'm gonna cast it on her.
Okay. And what are you trying to detect?
I don't know if it should or not, but I'm trying to detect if the scent... I imagine the Underdark smells different because you mentioned that when we came in.
Correct. Well, I mentioned that it has a different, like, air content. I didn't specifically say it smells different, but yes. It's a different temperature, the air is made up of different things. Like, yeah, that is true.
And a wolf's scent radius, the amount of distance that it can smell things from is a lot further than a human.
Okay.
So I want to see if they can detect the surface air.
Okay.
If it...
So what you'll do is you'll make a perception check with advantage because Layla has scent. You'll use your perception, Keelio, not Layla's. However,
Okay.
before you make it, I'm going to tell you this even before you waste your free charge of Beast Sense. The DC is 25.
Oof. Okay.
Jeez.
You sure you want to use that now?
If you get stacked with guidance and have the banner,
I have the banner.
or no, the banner is guide, or is it bless?
Banner
I don't
is
The
remember.
banner is bless. No, sorry,
Okay.
no. The banner is guidance, so you would it's upgraded guidance, so you could stack it with bless. However, the banner absolutely applies. However, do you know this is what Keelio was going to apply bless?
I was just mentioning the possible bonuses. I wasn't.
Okay, no, you're fine. I'm just asking. Like, I'm asking if that's something that you want to know, and if it's something that Keelio communicates to you guys. You're completely within your right, Damsey.
Yeah.
But knowing that DC, do you even want to try this?
Hey, Aerother beat a DC 25, so...
Yes,
Valid.
I did. And
There's
you have
always
a
a
+7 to
chance for a
perception.
crit.
I mean, no, Keelio's bonus is high enough that Keelio could do it, especially with the war banner. It just won't be easy.
I think I'm gonna give it a shot.
Okay. So roll a perception with advantage.
War banner incoming.
And thank you, Lash.
To be fair, when has anything ever been easy for us?
Oh.
So with a natural 20.
Oh. Of fucking course.
Fucking called that. Good job, Nightfall.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Knuckles.
Keelio, you are positioned in a way, or Layla's positioned in a way, for you to smell up the thing. With a 28, it being a natural 20, you do not smell Huntlestone.
Wow.
Oh shit.
Oh no.
I think that
Okay.
she says that verbally. Fuck.
What is...
What?
What?
Hundlestone's not there anymore.
Are
How can you-
sure?
Hey, how can you tell?
Lash is immediately going to try and get up.
Okay.
I can sense through my companions. They can't smell even the air quality. That's not the word choose. They can't smell the fresh air of the surface. at all.
Have you considered looking?
You're welcome to go look for yourself, but I have no doubt in my companion's senses.
Aether's already off.
Okay. So Aether is walking off the tunnel. Do you guys let him go?
Kaylee's
Lash-
going to follow, but
Lash
Okay.
tenses and remembers. Kilio, we need to find Bulk. The other deep shade. Well, the deep shade.
He's that way, by the barrier.
Right.
Hey,
Sorry.
Area?
Area?
I'll explain. Those two can go check to make sure the surface is there, and I can explain while they're
Magic
gone.
barrier, hi. Says it's
Hey,
loud
is
enough
there a magic barrier?
that Irithyr can hear it, by the way.
Why is there a barrier down here?
You're the elf, you tell me. I honestly don't know before you shoot me with lightning.
Hey, and what's
Okay.
it barrier ring? What's it blocking?
A tunnel?
Fine, I'll take a look.
I thought you doubted me on whether the entrance was gone. I'll go verify it myself.
I'll keep you company. Something,
Do-
something, never split the party.
Yeah, no,
you're right.
Lash immediately is like, don't split, and if you do, take someone else with you.
Noted. Come on,
Which way is
Kira.
the barrier?
Oh, I thought you were going with a.
No, I am. Just, in case the
Yeah.
whole group goes ahead.
Roth, cocks a thumb behind him. Barrier's that way. Out is that way. Points in front of him. Out is that way. Wolves.
Alright, we'll go check on the out and then double back if it's not there. We'll probably double back regardless, but
One of you lot got a warhorn?
Aye.
Yes.
Too long blast bow won't shoot you.
Actually, we have a means. Kilio taps the earring,
Right.
turns it on for just a second.
I have one. I'm supposed to have one of those, right?
You do.
Believe so?
So was I.
It was.
We didn't hand them out yet, though, because we weren't.
We
because
did. We handed it out to Lash and
Right, no, I
Kilio.
found it.
Dawn got one and Birga got one.
What was it? Earring of
Sending.
sending.
Sorry, what the hell are those?
earrings of sending.
Useful
Let's you
tool,
talk from far away.
provided that they work properly. I wouldn't be sure with that gnome.
Hey, testing. Can you hear this?
All, the other three of you hear Firga twice.
Aye,
Mm.
we can hear.
Aye.
Alright.
So
Let's
who is
move,
going
Firga.
where?
Lash has to stay put.
They don't.
I mean, she's at half speed, half HP, which already wasn't great.
But you don't have to stay put.
Fair.
I'm going. in the tunnel with-
Just tell Dawn to saddle up.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
I'm going in the tunnel. I'm assuming Firga's going with me.
Right.
They're both tunnels, mate. Which tunnel?
The entrance tunnel.
Okay.
Entrance tunnel.
So Kilio and the wolves, I assume,
Yes.
and Firga are going to the entrance tunnel. Irithyr is going
To the
to
barrier.
the barrier. Dawn is going.
Lash will go to the barrier to get Bulg.
Okay. Dawn is
Does that
going.
mean that means I'm taking back.
Brunyak is going.
Rinyak will go with Fear Gun Killio.
Are any NPCs going with either of you groups?
Lash kind of gives, Roth a look like, do you want to come or do you want to stay here?
Roth is crouched by the fire, munching on some
Resting, then yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Then Lash will let him rest.
A man's
She'll tell him what's
comfy.
going on.
The man's is far from comfy.
She'll tell him what's going on, but then she'll go.
Lord Chief,
Aye.
if Bogue is... bring him back.
Nods. That's the least I can do.
Use that horn.
Nods.
So,
One
go ahead.
Lash is going to just reiterate one blow for dead, and if you don't hear anything,
Two
I'll make
long
sure
ones and Bog won't shoot you.
nods. Two long
Reminds
ones, he
me.
said.
Sorry?
Two long ones, he said.
Two long ones and Bog won't shoot you is what he said.
Got it.
Reminds me. Before you go, Wolf Walker. Got something for you.
What's that?
Well, technically, Maug had something for you.
She blinks and steps over.
Mog.
You didn't. You weren't quick, but you got here in time, ultimately.
She nods.
Like, reaches into his belt and he pulls out. It's not a vial, but it's the size of one. It looks like a very small leather, like, water skin, but it only holds a little bit of something. He holds it out to you.
She tentatively takes it.
Don't drink it.
Quirks an eyebrow.
What is it?
Purple worm poison.
Oh, okay.
That's rude.
Noted.
I'm not at all
Useful.
at that.
She like focuses her eyes forward and nods quickly before moving back to the entrance tunnel. Thank you.
You earned it. It's true.
As always.
So I think we're gonna stay with Kilio and Firga and Brunyak for a bit. You guys head up to the tunnel, with the wolves coming along behind you. Kilio, can you make a survival check for me, please?
I will. Just a note. Since I know it's not in the card, but it lasts an hour, and as an action, I can tap back into them. I'll just.
You can use your action to the beast and continue to do so until you use your action to return to your normal senses.
Oh, okay.
And
Noted.
when you return to your normal senses.
Gotcha. I didn't realize that. That's my bad.
Yep.
Okay. Alright, so you said a
Survival check.
I would like to make it clear that before we left, Runyak made sure that the rest of the Righead were on protection duty.
Would I like that one or that one?
Alright.
I was about to say, could Firga assist since they're traveling together?
Could my wolves help me? Well, no, I don't need advantage either way.
Yeah, no. You can. It wouldn't change anything. Kilio rolled the same thing twice.
Mm.
I'm just gonna. So you're walking through the tunnels. And you're walking through the tunnels. And to be clear, Kilio, you think you're going the right way the whole time. You're like, I turn right here, and I go like you think you're on point, right?
Yes.
And like the ground like in front of you is going up. Like you think you're on your way out, and then you walk back out onto the bridge with the camp on it.
Blink, blink.
There's no way. What?
You think we took a wrong turn there?
Probably. God damn it. Can I give it another shot? Or will it be the same result?
You don't know.
I want to try.
Okay.
Now I'm going to give her advantage.
There's actually not another check.
Oh, okay.
You go back in, Kilio. You start wandering through the tunnels again, and again, like 20 minutes later, you pop back out on the bridge.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Bless you.
The tunnel's looping. It loops us back around.
Which means Hundlestone is gone.
Not gone, just this tunnel was gone.
Either way, we need to find another way back.
Aye.
We do. Luckily, we have 2 orcs that know their way with this stuff. Let's go meet with them again.
So, in the meantime, Irithir, Dawn, and Lash, you guys are heading through some tunnels. Who's leading?
Probably Lash, technically, with Dawn helping her walk.
Make a survival check.
Do. Damn it.
What about there?
It rolls automatically.
Oh,
That
right,
doesn't
I
help.
forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Lash, you are wandering through the tunnels. You do not loop back to the bridge.
Oh no.
But you do turn through what you think is a chasm that a cavern that you've been through, and you know those houses that they get remodeled and then they have a door that opens up into nothing.
Yeah.
You're basically that. Like you almost step out. Dawn catches you onto just a sheer cliff over a black void in every direction. Looks like something out of Subnautica.
Shit. Like she hisses under her breath. Oh, God.
And
So
like
look-
I would just say this straight up. Like your first reaction is fuck the Underdark.
Yeah, no, like, she curses she says something in Orcish, like, fucking... I'm trying to think of what the first... We've talked about this before, and I can't remember if we ever gave them a proper title, but she's like, curse the Underdark by the name of the first Dark Driver, basically.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Yeah.
I know Kilio herself, like, has a good sense of self-orientation. We didn't turn around when going through that.
Not according to your perception.
Okay. But somehow we ended up out the same way.
So Dawn, Lash, and Irithir, you're standing in this like vaguely ovoid hole that opens up into just a empty space.
Lash is going to try, just to be safe, she's going to pull out her war horn and do the 2 long blasts on it, see if she gets a reply.
So you know you're in a big empty space because that sound just reverberates out into the void, and you know it's a big space because it gets eaten by the void. Like you hear the war horn echo off of the stone around you, but then it goes, like the sound waves go into the void and just stop.
She shakes her head. We need to go back. Damn it. Damn it.
So as you like turn to go back up the cavern, and you hear a horn blast in return. It is not an orcish horn. It's much too high, and it sounds to be made of like metal instead of like bone.
Would Lash know what that is, or would anyone else in the group know what that is? Because Lash has disadvantage on everything she does right now.
Could it be a dwarvish one? Oh.
Irithir, can you make a nature check with disadvantage, please?
Okay.
Oh, God. You get the war banner, so it's something.
Okay. I don't remember what they're called. And I'm very sorry for not remembering, but they're basically like ant people. They're an old D&D creature. They're basically
Tricrine?
Oh, sorry?
Tricrine?
Yes, 3-crine. Thank you. That horn, the pitch of it and the way that it resonates, you've never heard it yourself, but like ruling out orcs, drow, dwarves, etc., like that might be a 3-crine hive call.
What the hell was that?
As if we needed more denizens of the Underdark.
Can Lash at least try? I know she has disadvantage, but I want to try, see if she knows.
Sure. Nature with disadvantage.
I already have disadvantage. So just disadvantage.
You can't double down on disadvantage.
So 14. Yeah, that's probably a 3 green.
Yes, the 3 green. Are they hostile usually?
2 orcs, they are.
Yeah, no, she pisses against son of a bitch. Ugh. Okay, we're turning around. Fuck. Which direction did that come from?
The void.
Okay, good. We're not going that way anyways.
Oh boy, you found a nest.
Shit.
Let's get away from here.
Agreed. Let's hope they don't.
Who's got the highest passive perception among you right now? It's not Lash.
Yep.
I've got 13.
It's me. I've got a 14.
Okay. As you're turning, Dawn, you start to feel a breeze.
From what direction?
The void.
As soon as he feels it, he's looking.
So you look, and you don't have dark vision. Is your horn still lit up?
Yeah.
So your horn is lighting up the void. There's this like thin, gray, like vapor all throughout the void, and like the dude who gets his head cut off from Indiana Jones in The Last Crusade, you see the gossamer mist start to part at the edge of your vision.
There's mist.
Huh? She'll turn back and look.
Okay. Lash, you've got dark vision.
Yes.
You see a shape hovering in the mist at the very edge of your dark vision, out of sight of Dawn, even with his horn lit up. It is about the size of a horse. You see 6 legs hanging limp, 2 big wings supporting it, vibrating heavily, and then the upper torso of a centaur.
Is this one of the 3 keen, or
This is 100% one of the 3 crane.
Shit. That's them.
I want to say at some point, as we get about halfway across the bridge, I wanted to use the Earrings of Sending.
You went through the loop twice, homie?
Yeah.
This is during that time.
Yeah, I get that.
So.
We need to move. Shit. There's a 3 cane out there, and I can tell they've seen us, right?
No.
They don't have dark vision?
Actually, only kind of. They don't really have vision in the same way that you guys have vision. They do have, predator vision, sort of, but not,
Hold still, they won't be able to find you, predator vision.
No. When I say predator vision, I mean, the predator.
Oh.
More to the point, it's, it's looking to see if there is an immediate threat in the cavern, because it knows the hole is there. It is certainly looking at the hole, but right now all it sees is a big red blob because Dawn is filling up the cavern opening. It's sitting there what the fuck is that?
Yeah, Lash is going to immediately start trying to move to get away from that opening.
No, you and Irithyr are behind Dawn, so you guys
Yeah,
can...
but she's still trying to gesture, Dawn, we need to go.
I'm gonna warn you right now, they have acid spewing firearms.
Yeah, I'm aware. Yeah, I imagine Lash is aware.
Gamza, you with us?
Back off.
Gamza, you with us?
Before I move, Dawn quietly to Lash, as quietly as a Tor can.
Right.
What kind of threat is it?
It's one of the 3 keen. They fucking hate us. And they have weapons that spew acid, and I'm not particularly itching for a fight.
Can they see us?
Almost, you don't know. You don't know what they can see, but it's almost certainly aware of the cavern that Dawn is currently standing at the edge of.
It's most certainly aware of this cavern. I don't know what they can see. Our best bet is to back off and hope they don't follow.
There.
Wait.
Can you support Lash and keep a step ahead of me? I can give us protection if it decides to attack.
Okay.
Lash can also just try to support herself on the wall of the earth.
Yeah. So you guys start to edge away, and Dawn, you're walking backwards, I'm assuming.
Yeah, he's keeping his eyes on it and moving real slow.
You can't see anything.
Well, keeping his eyes in the direction that it's
okay.
That Lash indicated.
So you guys are getting out of the way. Dawn, you see the light from your horn no longer reach the edge of the cavern, and then you see a shadow block it. You all feel a very slight vibration in the ground. And Dawn, let me reiterate, you are blocking this cavern, and you are you.
Right.
This thing also blocked the cavern. Theoretically, unless it dropped a stone in front of it or something.
Right.
What does Lash know is the best case scenario other than fight these fuckers?
Best case scenario?
Yeah, how do you avoid conflict with these if you absolutely have to?
How do you avoid conflict with... They're it's funny because they're kind of like ant people, but they're kind of like crocodiles in that they won't chase you. If this thing is a guard dog, which it probably is, he's going to go to the edge of his territory, and that's it.
Oh.
Got it.
I don't know how big that territory is, though.
Reading up, and apparently they're not native to the Underdark.
Mine are.
Okay.
Flash is just going to, go, keep moving. They shouldn't follow us too far, hopefully.
Are they smart, or are they like the Quaggoths earlier?
They're smarter than the Quaggoths. They're dumber than Drow.
Ah.
From the sounds of it, if they have guard dogs, they're they're like ant civilizations.
Okay, allow me to say rent-a-cop.
Ant civilizations.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're basically giant bugs. Oh, and also those things are in 5e.
Those things are neat.
Yes, they are.
People.
I'm changing their base thing. I'm combining it with a couple of other things that I like. I appreciate it, Vader. I appreciate you trying to keep me honest. But I don't really care for the base 3 Kreen lore, so I'm just changing it.
Gotcha.
That's fair. It just could be interesting if these were there and they're not supposed to be.
Yeah,
I feel it's safe to assume you're throwing some Charon in there.
Charon?
Like the Hulkers and the such. I used the wrong name.
Umber Hulks?
Umber Hulks, yeah.
No, those are completely... No. Gamzee, to put it into reference for you, I'm drawing on the Mopedians.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm using some of that because it's cool.
It is. It really is.
Anyways.
Yeah.
Flash is let's keep going.
Yeah, that's fine.
Keep moving.
Dawn, are you still facing the cavern?
I'm keeping my eyes on that shadow until it disappears.
You very clearly see as you're backing up, the light from your horn falls in the cavern in such a way that it throws the shadow against the wall, and you very clearly see a beetle centaur with a bug face silhouette. He's got big mandibles and carrying what appears to be a lance. He's not running you down, but he is walking forward on 6 legs.
Yeah.
It's safe to assume he can see the light by now.
Right.
They probably have a combination of heat and light-sensitive vision.
Mm-hmm.
If it's safe for Dawn to assume that thing can see the light, He's loath to do so, but he's gonna snuff it.
Okay, you snuff the light and the thing stops moving. Like, the vibrations in the ground stop. But now you are in darkness. And you sent Irithyr and Lash ahead.
Yeah.
What do you want to do?
I've got the supplies for it, but I don't know if it's terribly worth it.
Okay.
I could tremor sense.
You could.
Tremor sense for 1 hour. That might be nice.
You want to do that?
I'm gonna do that.
So you cast your spell, slam your hoof into the ground, and you notice two things immediately. The first thing you notice is you do not feel Irithyr and Lash's footsteps anymore.
Fuck.
Within 100 feet of me?
Correct.
Oh boy.
The second thing you notice is that this creature, this three-creen, is not, like, it's not only walking, it's not walking towards you at all. It's like the vibrations that it's giving off with your tremor sense is speech.
Speaking with vibration?
You can't understand it, but yes, it's like this thing is vibrating, and the vibrating like modulates with your tremor sense in a way that's like, that's a language. It's like looking at a radiograph of somebody talking, right? It's that.
There's probably no way for me to translate that, is there?
If you have comprehend languages, you can. Not the only way. Or tongues.
I don't. If I do, I don't think I have it prepared.
Then nope. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep moving with it the direction that I knew they were going until something is clearly changed. Because maybe they had to stop for some reason.
Are
Dawn doesn't know.
you walking backwards or turning around?
Now that he's pretty much got a 360 awareness, well, I guess it's a little more than 360 if I'm underground.
Yeah, a little bit more. Yeah. It's a sphere.
Now that I have an expanded awareness, I'm gonna turn around but I'm gonna walk slow still.
Okay. You turn around, and in so doing, you feel the vibrations of the three-creen begin to fade away before you take a step.
My bro was saying just walk away.
More or less, probably. That's a good suggestion. And you start walking, and your awareness it's trippy. You cast Tremor Sense in the Underdark, homie. Your awareness is trippy because, like, it's inconsistent. Imagine
It's an organism you don't understand. You have a 360 visual of it.
Sorry?
You know how an organism, there's stuff always moving in it?
That's exactly what I was about to say. I'll take my diary back, Nightfall. Imagine
no longer a DM notes, folks. It's a diary.
Imagine,
now.
Dawn, you're standing in a lung, and that lung is but every time
the contents are constantly changing and oscillating.
Yes, that. But also, with every breath, things are winking in and out of existence, like a multi-dream sequence.
Oof.
It's happening all around you, beyond your perception. It's really unsettling.
That would be tough to process.
Yes, it would. Yes, it would. So why don't you go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw?
Oh, goody.
it's tough to process, but you're able to do it.
Something just occurred to me.
Yeah?
There are probably, every now and then, sections of the Underdark where the stone walls get paper thin only for a split second.
Yep.
And if impacted, the two parts connect, and that's now a thing.
Yep.
Until it changes again.
Yep. So, like, and Dawn, that's what you notice. Like, with your 100 feet of tremor sense, like, you very clearly see a boulette, like, tunneling rapidly towards you. And then it just, it's gone. It's like you're teleporting, but you're not moving.
At least not that you can tell you're not moving.
I mean, valid.
It's the very realm itself moving.
Correct.
Oh, that's terrifying.
I'm just gonna throw this out. The elvish definition of the Underdark is like, it's basically Jormungandr. Like, the Underdark is basically a big snake.
And Lash does this for a living.
Right?
Dark Driver does this for a living.
Me as a person would never go down here.
I wouldn't either.
Any sane, rational person would not go down there. But Lash is not a sane or rational person.
The Underdark is one of the Gygaxian creations that I really like.
One of the few sane people I have was Jonah's father. That's the only one I've seen so far. Us motherfuckers, we'd go in the Underdark.
Sorry. Did I miss anything?
No,
we're
just talking about the Underdark. So,
okay.
Are you moving, or are you just processing, Dawn?
He's probably processing for a second after it left, but probably got to move on real quick.
So you start walking, and like it's even worse. It's like, you know how in some like mystical books and video games, I think they do it in Skyrim, you could be walking along the stone path and it'll rise up out of the void to give you a path to walk on?
Yeah.
With your tremor sense, it's that. You can clearly see a tunnel in front of you with your eyes, but your tremor sense sees the stones moving.
Awful.
Earth Mother, I hate it here.
Basically, yeah.
He's probably mumbling some kind of prayer to the mother while he's walking.
And after like
so fucked.
a minute or so, you see the stone rise up, and Lash and Irithyr are like 10 feet in front of you. So, Lash and Irithyr, from your perspective, you just turned around and left. Dawn snuffed the light, and then just as you were about to be like, why don't I hear Dawn's hooves? You hear Dawn's hooves. He's right there.
Lash, like, turns around.
Where's Dawn? Here I am.
Yeah, basically.
Lash is like, how are you walking? I thought you couldn't see in the dark.
Not in the traditional sense.
Would Lash know anything about things like tremor sense?
He's just tremor sense in front of you.
Fair. She'll open her mouth. Oh, it's that tremor thing. Oh, fucking hell. That must feel awful.
The
like
very realm.
It's super fucking cool. It's just terrible, sorry.
The very realm itself shifts around me. And I wonder if this is how the mother felt in her time.
I want to point out that he's not seeing the Underdark, he's feeling the Underdark.
Yes, that's exactly right.
And that's why I worded it that way.
You're also really quiet, Killian.
Does the prime material plane, whatever planet they're on, have tectonic plates?
Yes.
Yeah. So Earther would say, our own realm shifts as well. It's just harder to detect.
Probably wouldn't be harder to detect if you were underground and they started shifting, but...
This is different. This is not movement, this is...
changing.
Things disappear and reappear as though existence itself is unsure of itself.
Does Lash know if this statement is technically false?
No.
I was just wondering.
What's crazy, Dawn, is you're sensing like the tremors of creatures, like literally it senses like inches above your head. There's a gigantic creature that can only be a worm, just like boring through, but you don't feel any actual tactile vibrations. You don't see anything moving, and then again it's gone.
Even worse, to think things can live in a place like this.
You don't have to insult Lash's entire race of people, but yes.
Yeah,
It's not so much an insult, but the tone of voice is the tone of voice is more so that of like, holy shit, you built this?
Yeah, right.
I've been down here more times than I can count. Never helps.
Let's find this friend of yours.
I would dare say your people are more stout than mine.
Shrugs.
Lash, make a survival check.
Up.
Can I, using the tremor sense, keep like an eye for... Well, I guess I don't know what he looks like, do I?
Nope. And also, you can't... It would just be vibration. That's all it would be. Like, for all you know, it could be like a drow queen, like in her tower that you just appear beside.
Wall shatters. The queen. Oh. This is not who we are. This is not who we're after. Wait a minute. What the fuck are you? Get back here.
Okay.
Well, if we encounter a drow, Irithyr is gonna have not words but actions.
There is not a single person in this party that's not gonna look at a drow and be like, "Keep walking, motherfucker."
Oh, see a drow, cunt!
Respectfully, Dawn doesn't know what the fuck a drow is.
Valid. But they'll probably be riding a spider, so that's good enough for you.
Flash and Irithyr upon seeing a drow queen, cunt!
If they
Dawn,
aren't
what the
part
fuck?
Okay.
spider.
Sibs, you said it 3 times, enough already.
Sorry, got it.
Why are you purple?
Right. So, Lash, moving through the steps and stuff, or through the tunnels and stuff,
Yep.
it begins to look familiar.
Lash is going to once again double long blow on the horn.
Okay, so you blow on the horn twice, and you hear an orcish horn in response.
Same callback, or
Yep. Well, no, but an orcish response.
what does that response mean?
You don't know. You don't know the Deep Shade's calls.
Fair enough. Lash will carefully keep moving forward.
Yeah,
in
you
the
keep
direction of the horn.
moving forward. You cross another like bridge of Khazad-dûm situation, and yeah, you come into the little cave where you fought the Boulette. You immediately like smell the scent of blood, and yeah, you see Bolg like crouched on a rock with his daggers out, and behind him, the 3 of you see that glowing white, like soap bubble crystalline style barrier.
Irithyr will move towards that.
And the temperature drops considerably, like you won't notice it.
Yeah.
So
Well,
Irithyr, you step into the cave, start going to the barrier, and you see the giant dead Boulette, just like in the middle of the cavern.
You put this down.
as a group.
Bulg like nods at Lash, and he says, "Where's Rolf?"
He's alive. He's back at camp with the with. I have to catch you up to speed. And Lash will start like running him through what happened, like the fact that there were refugees, the fact him, Roth, and Mog did their damnedest. Right, Maug did their damnedest. Maug fell, and she probably does have to tell him that Ross is thinking of coming back to Dark Driver with her. Well, or leading the refugees to Dark Driver.
Bulg is nodding along as you say all that. Meanwhile, I said Bruniac. Sorry. Dawn and Irithir, what are you doing?
Irithir is examining the barrier.
Okay. Are you touching it?
Oh, that's a bad idea, but he might. No, don't mess with magical stuff you don't know. Like that's knowledge he'd have.
Touch the magic.
No, just examine it without touching it.
Okay. It is white, glowing. It has like ripples on its surface, like you see in like oil or soap. It is radiating cold. It doesn't hurt you because you're a fucking snow elf, but it is definitely like it radiates cold in the degree that you notice it. Bolg has been here for a while, and when he like gets off the rock that he was leaning on, there's like a heat imprint on the rock from where he was.
Just a question, am I muted?
No, but you're very quiet.
Interesting, my computer says I'm muted, but I'm not.
Dawn, what are you doing?
I think Dawn's both like keeping an eye on Irithir, quote unquote, and also like
you can actually see in here the barrier is glowing.
Oh, okay. He's keeping an eye on Irithir and keeping an awareness in case anything exists long enough to be a threat.
Valid. One of the laws, if you will, of the Underdark that you're noticing, Dawn, is things do not split in perception. So if Lash is there and you're moving together, Lash is always there. See what I'm saying?
Right.
So like this room will likely stay consistent. But what's on the outside of this cave may change if you're not paying attention to it.
Right.
Perception alters the Underdark. And the only reason you know that is because of the tremor sense.
Perception makes it hold its shape.
Correct.
Basically.
So Irithir, go on.
Is there any way I can make an Arcana check to determine what this is?
Certainly.
So it's like Schrodinger's Underdark?
Yes, actually, that's exactly it.
Is Irithir within range of the war banner?
Yeah.
Before I go?
Yeah. The cavern isn't that big.
Thought I would double check. I'll be right back.
Go ahead and roll that war banner. Oh, okay, well. Okay, so 18 with the war banner's help, Irithir. This is a modified wall of force with wards on it.
Okay. Any other information?
I'll give you 4 questions.
With wards on it, you said.
Mm-hmm.
Like... What sort of wards?
Wards to make a feedback loop so that it powers itself. Wards to defend it. As well as to, like, prevent people messing with it. And also, like, to increase its longevity.
Okay.
It's basically a redstone contraption.
I'm back. What'd I miss?
Redstone contraption.
Can I feel anything whack on the other side? I should probably wait till you're done.
With tremor sense, no, it blocks it.
Oh.
Big boy.
If that's the case, they'll probably block detect thoughts too.
There is absolutely no perception that you currently have active that can pierce the barrier. It's just a white glowing force field.
Interesting.
That being said, Dawn.
Uh-huh.
It extends up and down as far as your tremor sense will reach.
This is not the limit of the barrier either.
Shit.
Interesting. In my
I have a
experience,
question, but I'm
barriers
not
keep
there.
something out or keep something in.
What'd you say, Gilio?
I have a question, but I'm not there.
I mean, ask your question. The worst you'll get is, I'm not telling you.
Is the barrier like cylindrical within his vision, or is it impossible to tell?
That's a fair question, honestly, since I have 100 feet.
It is a fair question. With 100 feet, it feels flat.
So if it is cylindrical, it's impossibly large.
Good catch, Nightfall. Take inspiration.
Shit.
Cool.
I still have questions. I don't know what to ask.
Well, your party can help you.
I've not been here for any of the other previously existing questions, so...
There weren't any previous existing questions.
I basically just asked what sort of wards there were on it.
Excuse me.
And the answer was redstone contraption.
Basically.
No, it's powering itself. It's got defenses against tampering. Its longevity is extended.
Any idea how long it's been going?
That's a good question.
That's an idea, yeah.
How long has it been active?
Yeah.
Make an Arcana check.
Oh boy, another one.
Arcana on top of Arcana.
War banner, war banner.
Just like the other one, here comes another one.
The power of friendship, I guess.
With a 26, the answer is months.
Okay, not that long.
It's still a while for whatever the fuck this thing is up to.
It's rather recent.
How recent?
Last few months.
No, I said months.
Months, yeah. So, less than a year.
There you go. That I'll give you.
Less than a year.
Any ideas what it does yet? Beyond make everything around it a lot colder.
Well, it's
So-
a wall of force, but it's been altered. Oh,
This couldn't be related to the frost maiden, could it?
Nightfall, you're really quiet. Like, inaudible.
Speaking any louder, is this better?
No. Like,
I'll disconnect
you are
and
an
retry.
order of magnitude quieter than everybody else. Like, it is a technical issue.
Okay.
Better. Much better.
Okay, it was the rotation of my mic. I'm sorry.
alright.
How many questions you got?
2.
2 questions left.
How, like, what kind of magical bullshit, like, how powerful would something have to be able to do this?
Yeah, like, if there's a DC for Dispel Magic, what is it?
35.
Oh god. Okay.
That's like divine or immortal archmage bullshit style.
That's on the level of either a group or an archlich
Or a god.
or a god.
Or a goddess?
Forgive me, my money's on a group.
Maybe a cult devoted to.
If it were a cult, they'd be looking to free it, not trap it.
Or this could be a power source they're protecting.
I don't know if there's, like, any arcane, like, I'm not gonna say like there's like a signature of who cast it or anything on it, but can I tell how many people were involved in the casting?
Word your question a different way.
While you're thinking of that, Elminster absolutely puts his signature somewhere in the arcane sigils for his spells.
Hold the fuck on. This is dumb, but Fox, you said the rewards were just stuff to keep it going longer?
No.
No? Okay, never mind.
They were things to keep it going longer, there were things to power it, and there were things to defend it. Like, I'm willing to answer your question, Vader, I just need you to restate it.
I got a better one, actually.
I'm hesitant to let you do that, but okay.
If you're hesitant, I'll just...
you already asked the one, is the thing, like...
Yeah.
But at the same time, you haven't given an answer yet.
That's valid. That's why I said I'm hesitant, but go on.
So... my idea was... there's no way in hell this is being dispelled. It's been defended against too well. That being said... I'm wondering if there's some sort of key to get in and out.
Okay.
So... I guess my question is, how would one go about passing through the barrier?
I'm not going to count that against you, because there's no way that you would know that by looking at it.
Fair.
If you come to the doors of Durin and you don't read Dwarvish, how would you know to say friend in Elvish? Like, the Fellowship was there for days. Like, I can't give you that. And that one had writing on it. This one doesn't. Like,
yeah.
Sorry.
So, back to my previous question. I'm not sure how to reword it.
What was the way you worded it originally?
Can I tell how many people were involved in the casting?
And again, I need you to restate that.
Was it a group effort to result in what is before you? Would that work?
That's probably better. Like...
all I'm going to say is that how you want to word it? Because I will say this. If you word this poorly, you're going to get real mad at my answer.
I think I know why you're saying that.
I'm happy to let you speak your thought.
How many people were involved in the casting? Is that better?
You're not going to like the answer. I will answer that if that's your final question, but...
So that's...
That's the wrong way to go about it.
I just don't want to piss you guys off. That's the issue that I'm having. Like... I'll do this. In the way that you phrase that, the answer is 0.
How many individuals? No.
Entities?
Entities.
How many entities what?
Were involved in the casting of this spell. This set of spells. Because there's more than one here.
Is that your final question, Vader?
I'm thinking, hold on.
Mm-hmm.
I like to think I'm getting it better at the Genie Rule questions.
You can think whatever you want, Nightfall, but if it doesn't call that, you're not going to get an answer.
I said I like to think that.
Hi.
I almost want to say, what is the source of this magic?
I will say that will yield a different answer.
Yeah, I like that better.
State your question.
So, what is the source of this magic? I think that's the way I want to word it.
What is the source of this magic? Winter.
God damn it.
Fuck.
Damn you, Arl.
Okay.
That's what you got.
Yeah. Lash.
Sibs?
Wait, she said she'd be right back.
Oh, yeah, Sibs is BRB.
So I guess then to Dawn. Oh.
Hello.
Hi,
There you are.
welcome back.
I've been hitting I was trying to push my push to talk and it didn't work, so I'm back now.
Welcome back now.
I had dinner.
Hooray!
Cool.
What was for tasty?
Pasta.
Nice. Popsta is good. So yeah, so here there's a Slash.
Die.
You think you can remember where this is?
Shrugs. It's the Underdark. No guarantee if we come back to this it'll even be here.
As I said, this place is acting as though it is unsure of itself.
Perception.
Everything.
Because I cannot dispel this.
Perception is all in the Underdark.
Hey Don, can you make a perception check for me, please?
Yeah.
I didn't. Do you have any ideas on what it is or what?
Is this sorry? Is this sight based or is this tremor sense based?
Tremor sense based.
Can I have advantage?
No.
No? Okay.
But it's not a terribly hard check.
There's too many distractions around.
Yeah, you got it. So, the Underdark is breathing and shifting all around you.
Mm-hmm.
And yet, this cave that you're in is weird. It's not stationary, but it is moving along the barrier like a cable car. It's not moving away from the barrier.
Oh. And you said it goes up and this barrier, from my perception, goes up and down.
Mm-hmm.
About as far as I can see.
Correct. And you notice with that check, you notice that the cavern is moving, as they all are with fucking tremor sense. But this one is not moving in... It's moving in 3 dimensions, it's not moving in 4 dimensions.
Actually, wait a moment.
Hmm?
This cavern isn't moving like the others.
How do you mean?
It's following the barrier.
Lash will look at the barrier again and it's just... That can't be good.
What I can glean is the source of this barrier is winter. And I think you both know what that means.
I wonder if there's other caves directly tied to this barrier.
Would now be a reasonable enough situation for Lash to just go Chainbreaker's name.
Yep.
Chainbreaker's name.
Bog makes the orcish equivalent of like the sign of the cross.
It may be worth reinvestigating this once our primary goal in this area is completed.
Probably.
Are there like... Okay, this is a dumb question, but I'm gonna ask it anyway. Are there like other caves like intersecting the walls of this every once in a while?
Are you asking me if there are new openings appearing?
If
The answer is
like
no, because you're perceiving the cavern.
no, like the way that Nightfall was saying, like the walls might be so thin sometimes.
No. If they were, they wouldn't be making tremors. You wouldn't know.
Oh, fair enough.
I was referring to other caves similar to the one you were currently in. That
No. Gamzee's referring to what you said previously earlier.
No, that's what he got what I said wrong.
No, you're talking about what you just said about other caves connecting to the barrier. That's not what Gamzee's talking about. Earlier, yeah, earlier you said caves could be thinly displaced for just a couple of seconds, and timing would allow movement through them. That's how they connect and disconnect.
Gotcha.
That's what Gamzee's referring to.
My bad.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Never mind.
And I should be clear, like, your tremor sense perception is not... First of all, you can only see when things are, like, generating tremors.
Right.
The Underdark is not grinding on itself, and I apologize for giving you that impression. It's not doing that. But what I'm saying is, what you can see is more like the undulation of living matter as opposed to a cave.
I see.
What you're seeing and what you're perceiving are different.
It's more like it's more like blinking than.
Yes.
Okay.
Except in the case of this cave.
Right.
It is also doing that, but instead of moving around in 4 dimensions, that is to say, length, width, depth, and I don't remember what the 4th one is called, but basically like...
Time.
No, it's not time. There's a... Thank you, Bertrand.
Length, width, depth, and height.
Yes, those are the 3 dimensions. That's how a plane moves around. But you add in a 4th dimension when you're talking about things like, when you talk about things like encapsulated in other things.
The best way I've heard it described is a 4D object casts a 3D shadow.
Yes.
So, not only is it Schrodinger's Underdark, it is also a Tesseract. Lovely.
Basically, yeah. Like, the Underdark is, like, arguably sentient.
Okay.
But yes, what your tremor sense is showing is more like a living organism than a cave.
Okay.
So it's not just XYZ axis, it's also W.
Yes, exactly.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
The Underdark is awful.
I think it's cool.
It's cool, but it's awful to think about like that. Like,
everything is awful.
I mean, you wouldn't have to think about it if Dingus over here didn't cast tremor sense.
It was my only way to see without seeing.
like, here's the thing, though. Depending on the part of the body you discuss, no, that is an absolutely accurate way to describe the Underdark, because there are parts of the lungs that cave in to an extent.
That's what I said! That's what I said! I said it's like being in a lung!
I thought you said that wasn't an accurate description.
No, I specifically said it's like being in a lung.
Or a blood vessel. Certain parts of the heart.
Yes!
Anyways, we should rejoin the others.
Aye.
Good luck.
I doubt we'll find them.
We killed the bullet and thought that it might have been of some use to you, Don. Those shells
We're taking it.
They sell well, and hell, it's basically magic.
What? I didn't catch any of
Sims
that.
got quiet.
Lash basically just explains, we thought that it might have been of some use to you, and basically magic animal.
And then Balg said, are you taking it?
The lash?
To you. To all of you.
Oh.
The bullet is like right there with you guys. It's like right the fuck there. Like, Erythr had to walk around it to approach the barrier.
I could find good use in it.
You're gonna have to carry it. I can't in my current state.
And you couldn't carry it before. Don, make an athletics check.
Yeah. More better.
Would you like that one or that one?
Jesus Christmas.
Would you like... Okay, with a 21, you can pick up the boulette, but it's bigger than you. So you pick up this metal badger frog shark, whatever. You are heavily encumbered and your speed is halved.
So now I'm moving 20 feet.
Yes.
Welcome to the half speed club. You're still faster than me.
To be fair, I'm faster than most people when they're at half speed.
That reminds me of the car ad I saw. I don't remember what it was for, but it said with its top speed of 60, it can outperform a McLaren going 45.
I mean, technically you're right, but that doesn't sound impressive.
Well, you also have to take acceleration into factor. That doesn't sound like a car that accelerates fast.
With our top speed of 60, like, sir.
Your kid can finally outpace you.
Well, the top speed of 60 looks at my car when I'm running late to class.
So anyway, are you guys leaving?
Yeah, I don't see
Alright.
any reason to
Lash,
stay.
make a
We're not
survival
going to
check.
dispel this.
Do. Can I get any help, or is Bog not in a condition to
Yeah,
help?
Ball can help you.
Sweet. So at least I won't have disadvantage.
I have a question that may come into play later, though.
Yep.
Dispel Magic's raw rules, upcasting only allows you to automatically dispel things of higher level. You think
Right.
it should decrease the DC as well?
I do not think that, no.
Okay.
I think it is decreasing the DC, it's removing it. But I think
Yeah.
there's an upper limit.
Okay. Because we've run into some fucking high DCs.
You keep running into fucking high magic shit, dude!
We keep running
Pretty
into
tough one,
God
but-
shit.
Yeah, basically.
Pretty spellplague shit.
Listen, you only get to say fuck off to God shit once every 20 episodes, alright?
Okay, no, it's not 20 episodes, because in that case, he's due. Anyway,
Anyway.
yeah, so Lash, you and Bolg actually managed to make it back to the camp, and because of a trick of the light and the Underdark, you make it back on Kilio's third pass. So Kilio, you do the horn again, you come back out of the camp, and you're like, we're going in circles, and then you see Lash and Bolg come through, and then Dawn carrying the boulette, and then Aerith here.
No luck.
No, it's taking us in circles. Oh,
Don't understand. I'm
while,
gonna leave for
while
next
all
time.
that was going on, on the second or third pass, could I, like, pay close attention, see if it's actually curving slowly, or is this magical fuckery?
You can.
I was thinking I was gonna leave a trail.
Okay. You can both do that. You leave a trail. When you circle back, like, you don't circle back, you just come back out in the same cavern. You don't find your trail.
Oh god damn it, it's the Legend of Zelda forest.
It is. It's a little bit Legend of Zelda Forest. It's also a little bit Silent Hill 3.
Lash is going to sigh, and Lash is going to try and take a look herself.
Like, yeah, like Bolg and Roth, like, fist bump.
Like, glad at least both, like, they're glad that they made it out, like, as you should
Both
be. when it comes-
made it out. They ain't out yet.
Yeah, like, at least they're both alive for now.
Okay.
They're glad they're both alive for now. So yeah, Lash is going to try and go around.
Make a survival check.
Is anyone coming with?
I mean, yeah.
No.
I think it's best not to split again,
Okay.
if it's based
All
on
about-
perception.
Yeah.
So you're all going out?
Aye.
So, Helio,
No,
Go ahead.
I don't think we all should leave these.
Yeah, no.
orcs.
Lash was going to do it because she's used to the Underdark.
I would let Lash do it.
Okay, so Kelia, you're staying?
I want to attempt to dissuade some of the others.
Firga's going because she's also been through the Underdark.
Runyak has limited experience with the Underdark.
I also have limited experience with the Underdark. I've been told that splitting up is a bad idea, but also
We shouldn't leave these literal
we have a
refugees
bunch
alone.
of wounded here.
I'm sorry. I too have limited experience in the dark. It's called the last 15 minutes. I want to go home.
I mean, you could also bring them with you, Kelia Wolfwalker.
I think it's better to have the numbers, honestly. Because
if you literally want to be like, all right, everybody, we're moving. Like they'll follow you.
All right, let's do it.
It's perception based, right? So the more of us are moving, the more of the tunnel is staying consistent as well.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's true.
So it's like...
Except when it's not. And what I mean by that is, if there is a point where somebody cannot perceive someone else in the column, and that person cannot perceive them, all bets are off.
Right.
So we have to stay together in a column.
Let's do the rope thing where you tie the rope to the person in front of you.
Do we have enough rope for that?
We do not have enough rope for that.
We don't
I have
have enough rope for
300
that.
feet of rope in my. I have over 5.
I'm glad you have 300 feet of rope. There's like 45 orcs, 12 Reged barbarians, 5 Goliaths, and all of you.
We don't have enough rope to tie everyone to it. But Nightfall, you're not too far off idea-wise.
We could also do the thing where we each have a shoulder on the next person's back.
I was gonna suggest
or have a hand on the next person's shoulder, rather.
I was gonna suggest tying all the rope together in a line and having everyone keep a hand on it if they can.
I have 400 feet of rope.
Okay, I already told you that's not gonna be enough.
I'm saying I have that. Does anyone else want to contribute an amount?
I mean, I'm trying to think of what orcish tactics would be, but the answer is probably don't travel in this big of a group.
Yeah, the orcish tactics are keep fucking moving in a direction that you know.
I've got 50 I can contribute, but I don't know if that'd be enough to tie everyone still. But would it be enough to have everyone in a line just holding on to it?
5-foot square, not counting Dawn, which is a 10-foot square, plus the wolves, which are 10 feet squares each. That's 40 feet right there, plus all of you, so that's another 25 feet, plus 5 Goliaths, which is another 25 feet. That's 90 feet right there, plus 12 Reked Barbarians at 5 feet each. That's another 60 feet. So that's 150 plus 45 orcs.
That's 200.
No, it's 5 feet each, dude.
225, sorry.
So that would be 375 feet.
If Aether contributes his rope as well, yeah, that'll give us 400 feet.
Lash can also contribute.
I mean, okay. So the idea is to have everybody hold onto a length of rope?
Yep.
Yeah.
And
Keep the person in front of you.
moving.
Okay.
If we can do torches, that'd be great. I don't know how many torches.
Yeah,
we
let's
have.
make sure the person in the way back can see as many people in front of them as they can.
How many objects can you maintain light on?
3.
1.
Oh, is it 1? Is it? Okay.
Yeah, 1.
1. Okay.
Where's dancing lights when you need it?
Probably get another caster's abilities.
I can take up the back and put light on the bullet.
No, cause light can only cast on something that fits into a 5-foot cube.
I can cast light on
One of the
boulette.
plates.
One of the plates, yeah.
Fair.
Excuse me.
But it
If
will
we
have the
coil,
it will have the exact same effect as casting light on your horn.
Right, I just figure I probably have this thing over my head. Anyway.
Quick pedant's question. If we coil a rope up to be within a 5-foot cube and then cast light on it and uncoil it, is it gonna stay lit?
Yes.
You wanna coil it up, cast light on it?
It said, and I quote, "It must be able to fit in a 5-foot cube." It doesn't say it has to be 5 cubic feet.
Okay, so we coil it up, we cast light on the rope.
Okay.
So coil all the rope, cast light on it. Lash is like explaining how to keep together.
How many feet do we need of rope altogether?
375.
So 400 to be safe.
If we use if we use 2 of the 100 feet sections of rope, that's 100 feet of light.
You can cast light on all of it, homie.
Yeah. We just tie it all together, coil it into one spot.
Okay, then I can use 300 feet of light
Here's
rope.
the thing. Even if it couldn't all fit in a 5-foot cube, you have a second source of light with
True.
yours there.
True.
Nightfall. Literally, our entire rope is going to be lit up. All 400 feet.
Okay. Do we want to use the... I'm guessing we're going to use the firstborn rope. That's 100 feet each. And then...
At that point, it's semantics. It's just a guideline.
Gotcha. Okay.
It's just, can we justify having that much rope on us? And apparently the answer is yes.
Okay, so you guys form probably a 2x2 column.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you light up the rope, run it down the middle, and Lash starts to lead. Lash and Roth start to lead the way out.
Lash and Roth probably at the same time.
Yeah.
Forward, march!
Yeah, right. So, up you guys go. Lash, can you make a perception check for me, please?
Yep. Do.
You're walking for a bit, and the caverns very quickly lose familiarity. But you know the rule. Keep moving, and
don't panic. Don't
panic, and continue in a generally upwards direction.
Yeah.
And then your feet hit stone. And I don't mean stone like the rough stone you've been walking on. I mean like brickwork.
Is that something of Hundlestone, or is that new?
Impossible to tell.
Brickwork. Wrong way!
We're gonna end up in someone's basement, aren't we?
Oh, I know exactly where.
Considering it's Canada, probably.
I think I have a theory. Lash is gonna look down and look around. What the fuck?
You look around, and you're quickly entering a stone brick cylindrical walkway. Not cylindrical, square walk. Fuck. The thing that's a square but long.
Rectangle?
Rectangular.
Thank you. Rectangular walkway.
Okay.
I don't suppose my stone cutting could tell me anything about who or what made this area.
Make a stone cutting check.
Do.
With your wisdom.
Oop, I'm rolling this by intelligence, but I can undo that. With my wisdom instead, it would be.
And is she within reach of the warband or
yeah,
no?
She's within range of the warband.
One less than that.
Plus whatever I roll with this. God damn it.
So exactly that. So, what was your question? I'm sorry.
Trying to determine who or what made this bricky area. Like, is this Dwarven architecture, or like Drow, or Dwergar?
None of those.
Okay.
It just looks like somebody built like an underground walkway.
Okay.
This would be a great time for the history of feature. Fortunately, I don't have that.
Do you guys continue on?
Does this
this is
ping
progress.
Okay.
Does this ping any alarm bells in Lash's head? Is my
Yes,
big question.
it's a fucking stonework corridor.
Like, is this the kind of thing where it's turn around, or is this part of the keep going?
That's up to you.
Lash is going to keep going, but her hand is definitely on her whip or ready to draw if necessary.
Okay. You hear, like, down the marching column, because it's a big column. Down the marching column, you hear, like, several exclamations of surprise as people cross the barrier onto the stonework. Give me another perception check, Lash.
Okay.
You start to feel the temperature rise. Not like you're gonna burst into flames, but like, oh, it's getting warmer, noticeably so. And you start to see a red glow in front of you.
Like, what kind of red glow?
Like a red glow in the darkness.
Oh Lord, we enter in a forge.
Lash is going... Can I try to see if I can see a little bit farther ahead?
That is what you see a little bit further ahead. Your dark vision has a hard cutoff.
Gotcha.
Oh, if I'm at the back, my tremor sense can't even
No.
Can't even detect a Lash, can it?
Nope.
Jeez.
Lash will kind of look to Roth, look back at the red. Had Lash seen anything like this, or no?
I feel like Killia would be towards Dawn in the column.
I agree. Have you ever seen a red glow before? Probably.
Like something in this situation, like in the Underdark, traveling, and then red glow ahead.
Have you been in this exact situation? Probably not.
No. I know that much, but more just like, is that magic or is that fucking something awful about to rock our world?
Impossible to tell.
Shit. Lash is definitely on guard, but she's gonna keep going.
Okay. You keep going, and you start to hear, like, when a large animal breathes, you can kind of hear it, especially when you're underground. You can hear it, like, echoing.
Yeah.
You start to hear this deep, like, very even inhale, exhale. This column is not quiet, to be clear.
By any chance, does the heat increase whenever this thing breathes?
No. But the heat does increase as you get closer.
Well, yeah, that's how things like this work. As I get closer, can I see what the fuck is happening?
Not yet. I'll tell you when you can if you get close enough.
Is she close enough to tell if the breathing is like... Forgive my wording, I hope this makes sense, but planned?
What?
Like how you breathe in tune to something to make certain tasks easier?
Impossible to tell.
Lash is just gonna keep going, but she's on guard. She's ready to start shouting commands if necessary.
So you're walking along. Again, not quiet.
Yeah.
You hear like a noise ahead of you, echoing off of the stonework, and then scrabbling on stone, and then multiple voices barking. And it's not like pupper dog. It's like demon.
Oh.
Like Hound of the Baskervilles.
I think we found the Hellhounds.
Shit.
I think we found Thwip's breathing chamber, yeah.
I knew it would be something with that godforsaken gnome. Does Lash recognize a hellhound, or has Lash never fucking encountered those damn
Make a
things?
religion check. They're fiends.
Oh, god damn it.
Oh, gnome, we've ended up here.
I mean, that's a good thing if we have ended up here.
No,
There's so many worse places.
You have not encountered hellhounds before, Lash.
All Lash is aware of is, okay, it's very hot. I hear barking, and that is not an animal that I am aware of.
Correct.
And I am not in a condition to
Kilio
fuck.
hear this?
Yeah, like the barking is not quiet. Like it's.
Like, there are probably some people who are like.
I just realized,
oh,
if needed, I could slip through the people.
Yeah, you could in the Underdark. That's super dangerous.
I know.
Can I make a religion check?
Yes.
You lose. Oh, actually, may I as well?
Yes. You
'Cause
have
I
disadvantage.
I should be fairly good at those.
Could I don't know what Kilio would know about them.
You can make a normal one.
Could I? Considering,
Yep.
mentioned hellhounds.
Yep. Yep.
Well, since everybody's asking, may I?
Yes. Fine. Sorry, Firga. You can't identify that by sound. Neither can you, Kilio.
Okay. It's not a beast, is it?
So yeah. So Runyak and Dawn, you're like, oh, that's some kind of like fiendish, like creature of some like, let's not go that way. Meanwhile, Irithira's like, fucking Thwip, you're hellhound, you motherfucker. Like,
Okay, so I have good news and bad news.
what?
The good news is we're going the right way.
How
How the fuck are we going the right way with that ahead of us?
Hey, how do you know that
What's the bad news?
We have to deal with Thwip's hellhounds.
Fuck!
He has
Wait,
what?
we're in the surface
Bloody
now?
hell.
Oh.
Alright.
I'm sorry, I have two very important questions. Who is Thwip and why does he have hellhounds?
I'm on Runyak's page. Pardon, fuck.
I can.
Do we care if the hellhounds die?
I shall see us through this.
Gives Dawn a
I mean,
look.
Thwip might care, but when does his opinion matter?
So Dawn,
Who the fuck is Flip?
very slight problem, Dawn. There's a sea of people between you and the front of the column, and there's not enough room for you to get by. You're also carrying a boulette.
Fine, I can yell real good.
Oh, this
Hey,
should be
wait.
lovely. All right, yep,
Flip,
okay, good. What are you gonna do?
Flip, you fucking twink, let us out!
Fucking. Who's at the very front again? Lash.
Lash and Roth,
Russian Rock.
followed by Firga and probably Runyak.
Lash.
Yes.
Let me know when we have properly reached the building. Or source, whatever. You know what I'm trying to say.
Oh.
Once we actually get there.
Lash gives you
Yeah,
a
my bad.
look like, motherfucker, what?
No, you don't, because you can't see him. He's in the back of the column.
Like, no, she just kind of
She can still give it, whether or not he sees it.
Yeah.
May or may not. be
Nightfall, we
correct.
can hear you.
Oh, okay.
Lash just gives a look like, motherfucker, what? And then she'll realize, oh, he probably can't see me. Why?
Because what it says is true. Thwip seemed to like me.
Who in the nine hells is Thwip?
What he
mentioned by
said.
the Alder.
Dawn's lover. What else?
I
He's,
do not-
Mentioned by the Alder, wasn't he?
Thwip is the artificer we went to go see.
What did you say?
What do you
Irithira?
mean? Hey.
I was saying the Alder is the one who pointed us in this direction, wasn't it?
Yup.
Lash
Yeah.
wasn't there for that.
Runiak didn't go with you guys on that.
Huh.
What do you mean, my lover? I do not have one yet.
Tell that
Really?
to Thwip.
Really? He was really interested in you.
I feel like it's. Yeah, kinda. Tell that to Thwip.
Lash
So
is going to sigh, and she'll do as instructed, but her shield is out. Lash
okay,
is
so
not
you
hiding.
keep walking, and you see these giant iron, like carriages, like what you keep circus animals in.
Yeah.
And each one has 3 of these. It is not fair to say you see 3 hellhounds in these 2 giant cages. No, these are to hellhounds what Staffordshire bulls are to pits.
Oh.
Thwip has either experimented on or rescued some of the biggest, most hulked out motherfucking hellhounds you have ever seen.
Selective breeding is a fucking awful thing.
And there's 2 cages, one on either side of the corridor, and there's 3 hellhounds in each cage, and they're staring down the direction you're coming from into the Underdark, just like leaned up against the cage, barking and growling.
Like, Lash is not going to enter that vicinity. She's going to yell back to Dawn, we're as close as I'm willing to get to these damn things. What the fuck?
Yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if Dawn can like belly yell without hurting anyone here.
Yeah. Does Dawn take a minute to deliberate?
Probably.
Cool. So Newt casts thaumaturgy on himself.
No, God.
And he swells up like a blowfish. And he
Immediately covers ears.
He claps his hands over his ear. And Newt just goes, "Delivery for Thwip!"
Comes down like, oh goody, my treats are here.
I have one objection to all of this.
Yup.
Motherfucker collapsed his tunnels.
No, he said he was going to collapse his tunnels.
He said he was going to collapse the tunnels
did,
that definitely didn't exist.
Then he set off his thing when we said Grumps. He set it off.
He set off the Shield Guardian, yeah, but
Yeah,
who's to say the Shield Guardian made it?
Yeah.
Did you feel a rumble of an explosion? And even if you did, Keelio, never did I say that collapsing a tunnel leading to the Underdark worked.
Yeah.
That is.
I mean, he got you there, Chief.
Like
That's why Dark Driver is a thing.
we established Dark Driver collapses the tunnel to the Underdark. At no point did the Game Master said that was effective.
Yeah, they know it isn't effective. They just do it because it's what's best for them at the time.
So, delivery for Thwip, like, echoes out. The dogs bark louder. Lash, make a perception check, because you'll hear this first.
Okay.
Say it's Dawn.
Okay, so, Lash, you start to hear, like, grinding metal footsteps coming down the thing.
What the fuck?
And-
Lash will, like, take a look. What the fuck?
Eventually, Keelio, your wolves recoil.
Oh god.
Like,
It's a machine.
I mean, you can say what you want. Like, they recoil. Any other animals that you guys have recoil. The hellhounds stop barking. And also, like, back up and whine. And eventually, Lash, this metal humanoid comes into view. And perched on his shoulder, standing there like Jack Sparrow holding onto the mast of the Black Pearl, is a green-haired gnome, and he's got a whistle in his mouth. And he pulls the whistle out of his mouth, and he, like, narrows his eyes at you, Lash, and he says, "I recommend that you take your horde and turn around."
A, we aren't the fucking horde. B, I'm assuming you're Thwip.
Hey, Thwip, we're back. We survived.
So Firka speaks up behind Lash, and Thwip like climbs up on the head of the creature. He was standing on his shoulder, climbs up on the head, and like narrows his eyes and squints down the hallway or the walkway. And he says, "Dwemerwoad,
Hey!
I can't see. It's rather narrow down here, and you chose to have the orcs lead. I can't imagine a single flaw in your plan. Did you bring Dawn?"
Hey, he's taking up the rear.
How
I
many?
swear to God.
God damn you, Christy. You did that on purpose.
I realized what I was saying about halfway through my sentence.
Oh my god.
How large is your retinue?
Looking back down the tunnel, a lot. Excuse me.
Turns back to Lash. Yes, I am the esteemed inventor, Thwip Ironbottom.
He's an adventurer, all right.
What was
Did
his
not-
latest exploration?
Was Lash told that he had a fucking thing connecting to the Underdark, or does he even know?
No.
Well, I don't have to tell you your basement connects to the Underdark.
I should hope so. Why do you think I have the Hellhounds?
Gives him a look. Do I want to know what you do for a living beyond invent?
Probably, but it might make things leak out of your ears.
Gives
By
him
the
a-
way,
What?
Ironbottom.
By the way, what?
Ironbottom.
Hmm.
You're going to tell me why the map you provided has a map of the plane of order.
I don't know what you're talking about, and if you want to come out of the Underdark, neither do you.
You are still a terrible liar.
At
Is
the
that
moment,
Thwip?
I'm blocking your exit, elf.
Is that Thwip? Have we reached them yet?
Yes.
Yep.
Hello, Thwip. May we enter?
Don, you can enter whatever you want.
Where
They're,
are the Goliaths in all this?
Laughing hysterically.
Fair enough.
Not to be inhospitable, Dawn, Sage, Deacon, but frankly, there isn't enough room.
Most of them will be passing through out of the city. They're refugees.
Refugees from the
Aye.
Very well. 5 gold crowns ahead.
How many people do we have with us?
Several.
Well, we have 45 orcs.
12 Wicked Barbarians, 5 Goliaths, the 3
And
wolves in the
us.
party. Yeah.
Ugh.
These people have nothing.
You sure are a businessman.
No, I'm an inventor.
What's the difference?
Businessmen only care about profit. I'll just as soon vivisect you.
Jesus, Thwip.
I mean, technically, he's holding all the cards right now.
Technically, he's in lightning bolt range.
I mean, valid. Valid.
Another thing to consider, however, oh no, that's homunculus. Never mind. I was about to say, lightning damage only empowers fucking thick robo boys. I don't remember what they're called.
Shield Guardian?
5 gold
Shield
ahead.
Guardians.
5 gold crowns ahead. You will wear blindfolds, and you will come up in groups of 3.
I'm doing math. Give me one moment.
He wants like, let's see, 5 gold crowns ahead times. That's 50 per 10. That's 5 platinum per 10, and there's like 60 people.
There are 66 people, so
So he wants like 30 plat.
Yeah.
330
Alright.
gold, 30 plaid. I have some of that plaid.
I have it all.
No, wait, I do
Actually-
not have plaid. I have gold. I forgot this isn't Dr. Lorelai's sheet.
You paying
Dr.
it?
Lorelei has plat?
You paying it, Kilio?
I'll pay
Yeah.
it.
You gonna give him 30 platinum?
Yeah, I will.
Okay. So you like, he gets down off the Shield Guardian and like waits for you to count out 30 platinum. He like watches you do it. And he takes it and he nods.
I won't forget this. But
I don't expect that you will.
I appreciate you letting us through.
In Orcish, more to Roth than anything else, did you little bastard.
In Orcish, he says, "Big words for someone playing at War Chief."
Gives him a look of motherfucker, and she isn't going to do anything yet.
Turning back to Kilio, he says, "Instruct everyone to group up in groups of 3, arrange themselves in the most needs first, though with someone who can assist them, and I'll return with the blindfolds promptly."
All right.
Scampers back up onto the Shield Guardian, and the Shield Guardian ambles away. As he's leaving, he says, "By the way, you're not technically in the Underdark anymore, so you can put the swords away." And then he leaves.
Lash huffs out through her nose.
As for lightning empowering the Shield Guardian, who said I was aiming at the Shield Guardian?
It fits in a 5-foot area, doesn't it?
Just tase the fucking gnome.
Yeah,
Does
I could just aim it at the fucker's shoulder and just lightning bolt the dude.
Lash will start shouting, like, what they're going to do in Orcish.
Okay.
And then she'll, like, kind of head for, like, try to get the Goliaths towards the front.
It is going to take
A while.
a long time to get 22 groups out.
Yeah.
So you guys can take a long rest if you want.
Oh, fuck yeah, bud.
So
Do we want to send someone out front to tell everyone not to panic about these orcs?
We can't.
I assumed we were going to do that with Newt and that other Goliath.
Yeah, Newt and Brad can do it.
So because I've never really
Sorry, go ahead.
messed around with exhaustion, my HP is technically no longer halved, but still have
You would roll your hit dice for that new HP total.
Correct.
Okay, I thought I would double check for that.
So you guys can take a long rest. Is there any scenes you want to do in this dungeon as people are gradually being escorted out?
I have a question for Lash.
Sure.
Sort of.
Feel free to ask.
Like, as it's getting, like, easier and easier to move, Dawn comes to Lash, and it's like, that stand that you and Roth,
Nods.
was that what it means to be unbroken?
Aye. That's what it means to be unbroken, what it means to do what Dark Driver's always done, and what it means to follow the will of the Chainbreaker.
Sorry. I had a hunch that this is what this conversation would be, but also I nailed this musical change. Sorry, go on.
You really did.
What is the Chainbreaker?
The first orc to ever be considered a surface orc, Kang the Chainbreaker. He fought Grumsh and freed himself and continued to do so with other orcs. They formed the first High Houses, and since then we've done as the High Houses do.
I see. Why?
Why what?
Why make this your people's purpose? Why fight something so uncertain?
Before you answer, I think this is so good. Dawn says, like, why make this your people's purpose? As we see, like, 2 relatively unscathed orcs helping an orc with, like, a busted leg, like, go up to Thwip and, like, tie their eyes off. Before
Because-
Lash answers. Go ahead.
Fuck, I'm trying to think of how Lash would answer this. Because if we don't help them, who will? If we don't show them that there is another way than Grumsh, who will?
It was we, the Hallowstone, have always relied on the Mother. You have always relied on yourselves?
We've relied on ourselves and what it means to be unbroken.
I think Dawn can't help but smile a little bit, and he just says, like, what a terribly uncertain life.
Shrugs. It's a life. It's better than...
With respect, I think Lash would counter that. You're not uncertain.
I'm not. We aren't uncertain.
You like, the most certain thing is your own abilities. You know your strength, you know your weaknesses, and you know the point of failure.
I wouldn't say this is uncertain at all. We know what we can do. We know our strengths, we know our weaknesses, and we know what failure is. There's nothing uncertain about what we do, from high house to high house. What we do is our most certainty. And even if the high houses change, they remain certain. High house Dark Driver will always be Dark Driver. Even to the day that the last of us fall, Dark Driver will remain.
With something like the Underdark is your nemesis, I feel the need to say again, truly your people are more stout than mine.
Nods to him.
If you don't mind, at some point I'd like to learn more. Even your language, if that's not imposing.
Shakes head. Not at all. Happily. And she'll smile back. I'll teach you what I can.
One of the new orcs comes over about this point. One of the fighters. So he's kind of messed up, but he didn't go down. I think it's actually, to make it thematic, I think it's the guy who drew on Dawn.
Right.
He comes over, and he comes up to Lash, and like he waits to be like addressed.
Like Lash will turn to him. Yes. Orcish, of course.
Yeah.
Yes.
He nods. He says, "You are war chief."
Nods.
There are others.
I've always known there would be others. Wait, sorry, out of character. Does he refer like there are others in the Underdark trying to get helps?
Yeah.
Or... Yeah, Lash nods. I've always known there'd be others. It's what High House Dark Driver does. We defend against the Underdark and we get people like you and them out.
Found something.
Quirks an eyebrow. What is it?
He shakes his head. Don't know.
Looks up. Can you tell me about it, or would it be better waited until we're out?
In your opinion, is there a word for Grumsh that, like, doesn't mean Grumsh? Like, the equivalent in like Abramic English would be like the Holy Spirit instead of God.
Yeah. There probably is, I just don't know what it is.
Do you think it is reasonable that the translation would be the Fury?
Yes.
Okay.
The Fury or the One-Eyed. Because it's a common thing among Grumsh's readings.
So he says, the Fury didn't like it.
That means we want it.
What was it? Or
Don't know.
just... So down in the Underdark, there's something that the Fury doesn't like.
Nods. And he holds out a scrap of cloth to you.
Lash will take it. Take a look at it.
Yeah. You can't see in like your dark vision. Yes, you can, but you can't read things with dark vision.
Yeah.
So you can't make out what's on it unless Dawn provides light.
Oh, I had still lit up the boulette despite having the rope.
It's a long rest. It's been 8 hours.
Ah, that's true.
Yep.
That's fair.
It's a cantrip, right? You could just relay
you could
it
just
if you
spam
want.
it, but you need to tell me that you did that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd probably reapply it.
Okay. It appears to be a helmet or a hood, Lash.
And it's not like the helmet of Grumsh, it's something else.
To be clear, the scrap of cloth has a crude drawing on it that seems to be drawn in, like, the Black Orc blood, because they didn't have anything else at hand.
Yeah.
But it appears to be a helmet or a hood. Have you ever seen those helmets? They're usually depicted, like, orkishly, but generally speaking, it's a bad guy helmet style, if that makes sense. It has the two sweeping tines on the bottom, like tusks that stick out. You ever seen a helmet that looks like that?
Yes, I have.
It looks like one of those.
Would Lash have seen something like this before?
But no.
Lash will, like, tilt her head to it. I'll have to keep an eye for this.
And the orc nods, and he points back the way you came. He says, "The River of Fire."
Does that mean anything to Lash?
No. You don't go to the Underdark this far north.
Fair. She'll give him a look like, the what? Sorry, I don't come this far north. What's the River of Fire?
Find the River of Fire. Find that.
Nods. Thank you.
There was... I don't know the word. A mushroom, but different.
I feel like Lash should know what this is, but I don't know off the top of my head.
If it's been a long rest, that means I can recompose my list.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get tongues prepared because we have a lot of people here.
Okay.
That I can't really normally speak to.
Good idea. I should work on prepping spells.
Like he struggles, and he says, "The Dragon Man, the haft of his axe, a mushroom like that, near the River of Fire."
Nods slowly.
That will show you the way.
Lash will nod. Thank you.
And you hear someone say, like a different orc shouts like Erg, and he like looks over and walks away.
Erg nods slowly.
URGH Erg.
Give me 1 second. I'm trying to get my stuff together.
Uh-huh.
URGA?
URGH. Literally the sound you make if you stub your toe.
Wait, so his name is... Oh, fuck!
No.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think his name is son of a fucking bitch.
It translates to that in common.
Would you like me to repeat that?
Yes, please, just to be safe.
The Dragon Man, the haft of his axe. Find the mushroom made of that near the River of Fire. It will show you the way. Chat says Afak is his cousin.
The what of his axe?
The haft.
No.
Half?
H-A-F-T, haft.
Lash knows what that means, Sibs does not.
The handle.
Oh, gotcha. So like a... Has Lash seen Runyak's axe in enough detail to know what that is?
I mean, he's probably sitting within 20 feet of you.
Lash will look at his axe. What is it made of?
Runyak?
As far as I know, the axe is just made of normal stuff.
So what's the handle made of?
Fir wood.
There you go.
So a wood mushroom. There's something in the Underdark that has the fury enraged. We may need to come back to this general vicinity eventually. Lash is going to put the piece of cloth somewhere safe.
Okay. Add orc blood crude helmet drawing to your inventory. You wanted to have a conversation with Aerith here, Kilio?
I did. I don't know how long it's going to be.
That's fine.
So I think Kayla gets settled for just a bit. And about like, what would we be doing about halfway through this rest? Because Kayla only needs about 4 hours to rest.
Probably napping, keeping watch, because the tunnel is open behind you. You could be like drinking with the 3 Goliaths, say, because like Bragg and Newt went up like first with like Roth, and then so Elu, Frigg, and Brenna stayed down here, so you could be hanging out with them if you wanted to.
Okay.
You know,
where
you guys
would-
can just hit the hit dice button, right?
Yeah, I do.
I am hitting the hit dice button.
It only rolls 1 at a time for some reason.
Aye.
No,
They're-
it's
they're not-
different for Gracie because multi-class.
right.
Ah,
You could set that on your sheet, actually. Or maybe you did, and then it's rolling like that because it doesn't do the macro. Anyway, go on, Kilio.
Where would Irithyr be for his, like, trance or whatever?
Probably against one of the walls. There's not a lot of space down here.
Yeah.
No, not really.
There's no, like, branching paths or anything.
No.
Different chambers of the basement, no.
At least not on this side of the Hellhound.
Nah. Because Irithyr was fixing to do some snooping.
You want to slip away from the group and, like, do some snooping?
Maybe?
I can't promise it'll be safe.
That's true.
I was gonna come find Irithyr after a bit to come and talk with them.
That's fine.
That's fine.
Okay.
Irithyr will stay put for now.
Okay.
But he is doing a detect magic ritual. For later.
Noted. Go ahead, Killian.
Hey, I can't pronounce your name, I'm sorry. Can't pronounce it the way you want me to. It's been a
It
long...
hasn't stopped you before now, has it?
It hasn't.
Then what's the holdup?
The holdup is Nightfall can't remember.
I can, it's Irithyr, but...
You don't remember, you don't remember his title.
Yeah, I don't remember his title.
High Diviner.
High Diviner.
Now we've traveled long enough that there isn't such need for formalities.
That's shocking coming from you. But the title's fitting for the question I wish to ask.
Don't whisper, Nightfall.
The title's fitting for the question I want to ask.
You did it again. Just because Keelio is talking lowly, you don't have to.
The title is rather fitting for the question I have to ask.
There you go.
And that question is?
When, during that battle, when I was thrown up and I fired the very stars from my bow, I don't know if I felt anything, but it felt right. Are we on the right path? Is this what the stars have laid out for us?
There's no simple answer to that. Yes. Every single fate of every one of us is in the stars. They don't always give a clear answer, though.
I don't know much about them, but...
If you believe this to be the correct path, then you should trust in that belief and trust in the stars.
I think she gives a nod. Feels right. In that moment, it just... Despite the disorienting place and the chaos of such a battle, it felt like I shouldn't be anywhere else but right there in that moment.
Irithyr,
Yeah?
you notice, because you guys have been in temperate climates for a while,
Uh-huh.
you notice some kind of paste has rubbed off of Keelio's head. She doesn't seem to notice it, but her hair is not brunette. It's like yours.
What is that?
What is... Huh?
Do you dye your hair?
Oh, yes. The darker color keeps me warmer.
I suppose that's a rather practical thing to do.
I believe it's a... outside of character, I believe we discussed a reddish color?
You mean with the paste?
Without the paste.
No, it's like white blonde.
White blonde, okay.
Yeah.
It's... It's
closer to the fur on Runyak's clothes than to the hair on Irithir's head, but it's not like Dawn's hair.
It's not dark at all. She grabs a couple strands of her hair and rubs a bit off.
Yeah, it comes off really easy. You're gonna have to reapply it.
Exactly.
It's melting.
Mm-hmm. It doesn't last for long, but it's easy to make.
It lasts plenty long in the cold.
It does. But if you touch it...
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Irithir really thinks much of it.
Okay. I was gonna say make a history check, but okay.
Okay.
You don't have to. You don't have to.
I mean, if you're offering me more information, I'll take it.
What I was going to offer was that it makes sense why some of the Goliaths call her Jara or Little Jara. Jara Golden Dawn is one of the few Goliaths with a full head of hair. She had hair of a similar shade in the depictions that you've studied. And there is a... I won't say major, but there is myth among the Goliath sect that the heroes who make it to the stars can come back down to the material plane for a variety of reasons. Reincarnation exists, just may not be like a predominant part of Goliath faith.
Again, like, he pockets that information but doesn't really think much of it.
Okay, that's fine. All I can do is offer the information.
Yeah.
Stars hold a lot of importance to our people. Someone that can read them is... I don't know if that's common in Goliath. As someone
It's
who
very
tells
common with the Goliaths.
It's common. You seem to do it in a way I can't understand.
Pretty much all Goliath healers can do it. And the scholars... Clan Grawl is especially well known for it.
Our two
Oh, yeah.
cultures see the stars in different ways. Perhaps the people who can read the stars in your culture mostly draw it from the divine. I draw from the arcane.
I see. I wonder if you see similar things.
Perhaps it could be just as reasonable to say we see completely different things in the stars. But no matter what, the stars hold all truths.
She
You
gives,
agree
like,
with that, Gilio?
yes. Like a very affirmative nod. They hold our past and future.
Very much so.
Both of you take inspiration.
Who doesn't have inspiration? I want to give my old inspiration to someone else. Is that okay?
Yeah.
I do not.
I'll give it to Sibs.
Sorry about that.
No worries. Are you two good?
I think that's all I want to do, unless Earther has something else to say.
No, I think that's good.
There is one more thing I want to do.
Alrighty.
Runyak,
Oh no.
do you
Dang it.
sleep?
I'm gonna say yes.
Okay. When you sleep, you dream. You dream of cold. You dream of the specific sensation of ice under your feet. You dream of herds of elk. Of men in long houses and ships with triangular sails. You dream of all manner of creatures. Goblins and ogres and trolls. Of orcs and kobolds. Of beasts mundane and magical. The movement of the sea. You dream of your wife and your home. Of her joy, of her fury, of your own. You dream of the tribe of the wolf and the fires of war. But it's not the tribe of the wolf. It is not Malar's brood. It's the tribe of the bear coming to Elkholm. You hear the warning bells ringing. You see the banners in the cold wind. And in that moment, you have a choice to make. You can, at the word from Jarlrund Elkart, take wing and lay waste to your foes. Or you can see to the well-being of your home and your family. What do?
Oh, you motherfucker.
I just want to say that that setup was amazingly well done.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
Right?
you.
Holy fuck.
Oh.
That made me feel things.
Yeah.
Make your choices, Runyak.
We're not done yet. But apparently your party wants you to fucking decide. No pressure.
Oh, yeah, definitely not.
All the pressure, I swear to God.
I have a vote I'm rooting for, but oof. It's a hard choice.
It is. Runyak is going to protect his family.
So you take wing from Elkholm back to your land, your herd, your mountain. Moving through the ice. The scent of fire, burning wood in your nostrils. You come upon your wife, laid out on the cold stone. Crimson bloom on her neck, and 4 figures standing over her. Figures you know well, etched into your heart for all time. Drisdordan, Kaylee, yourself, and Firga Dwemerwode. Fury as you have never felt rouses in you, and you wake up with a battle cry on your lips. Everyone in the party levels up.
Heck yeah!
Hell yeah, bitches!
Also,
Oh.
Runyak.
has a dream.
Yes,
Would you like a level of sorcerer?
I would.
Holy fuck!
I'm offering you
Oh.
Dragon Soul Sorcerer with a Frost Dragon stint.
Oh my god.
But
I
it
agree.
comes at a price.
Let's rescind that agree real quick.
Nope.
What's the price?
I can't rescind the agree. The price is you're starting a tracker. I'm not going to tell you the upper limit,
Mm-hmm.
but you are currently at 2. It is called Draconic Upheaval.
Oh. Oh no.
Okay.
So, all of you are roused from your various conversations or sleeping by Runyak leaping out of bed with his axe in his hand, roaring like I say roaring. It's not roaring like a human. It's
Like a noise a human cannot make.
no. It is a human primal scream, but it's strained and higher pitched and more metallic than it should be. But within it, he says a word in Draconic. Who speaks Draconic?
I do not.
Irithyr does.
I think I do. Hang on, let me check.
Okay, Irithyr for sure. I need to know everyone who speaks Draconic.
I speak a lot of languages. Ranger gets a lot.
Yes, they do.
I do.
Okay, that's 2.
I do.
That's 3. In Draconic, as Runyak leapt out of bed with his axe, roaring his challenge, he shouted, "Battle Hammer." And that's going to be the last shot of the episode.
Oh god.
Holy fuck!
Holy shit. Holy shit.
Okay.
Ah! Kit, you bastard! Ah!
One other
Side
thing I
note-
need to make clear, Runyak.
Uh-huh.
You have disadvantage to be persuaded, so you have advantage on the saves against persuasion from dwarves.
Ooh. Interesting.
Does not affect Dorgar.
Okay.
Let's do some shout-outs, shall we?
Yes.
Yeah, let's do it.
Guy Gamzelis, the hero bard, or excuse me, the bard of heroes. Give us a shout-out, please.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Guy Gamzelis, the Bard of Heroes, the teller of tales that need to be told, and there are a lot. There's probably been noticed a slight change in how I've been called. From the Hero Bard to the Bard of Heroes. That's because I'm not the one that tells the tales of the great heroes. I tell the tales of the everyday hero. Everyone's got a tale, and I want to do my best to try and share that. And if ever I'm needed, you can always find me in the Discord, in DMs, or on Twitter at the Homestuck Homie. And until next we meet, have a fantastic rest of your night.
Journeyman Vader, give us a shout-out, please.
Hello, everyone. I am the Journeyman Vader. I am a moderator on Kit's Discord and Twitch, and a streamer on Twitch myself. You can find me over at Kit's Discord, on Twitch at twitch.tv/JourneymanVader, or on Twitter at VaderSidious.
Cookie, give us a shout-out, please.
Hey, what up? I'm Cookie, also known as the Extinct Bacon on just about every other platform. I love a lot of things D&D and tabletop, and if you do too, my DMs are always open. Otherwise, you'll find me lurking in stream or in the shrine.
Birchmila, give us a shout-out, please.
Hey, I'm Rich Mila, aka Gracie. I do art and things for Kids channel, and I also love tabletops. So if you like any of those things, give me a poke.
Nightfall the Kitsune, give us a shout-out, please.
Hello, I'm Nightfall Kitsune. I do admin stuff around here and things, and if you need me, you can always find me on Discord. As for right now, I need to go, so have a good night.
Good night. Sibs143, finish us out, please.
Hi there, my name is Sibs143. I am in no particular order a stagehand, moderator, and artist for Kit's Discord and Twitch, but to everyone else, I am a friend, the drifter, and the one and only Technicolor Disaster. You can find me lurking on Discord or in Twitch, depending on the day. Yeah, that's about it. Tonight was fun. Thank you, Kit, and have a great night, everyone.
For my part, as ever, I am the Sharp-Eyed Kitsune, the teller of tales and the weaver of mysteries, the masked bard. This is a channel that is devoted to lore and storytelling, world building, role playing, and discussions of those things. So if that's to your fancy, you're in excellent company here, and I do hope that you enjoyed your time with us. I stream every single day that my health permits me to do so, and we're rolling with advantage in 2021 and beyond, which is 2 chances to get a given stream. I'll be taking tomorrow off because I'm nursing a semi-serious injury that I have to deal with, but we'll be back on Saturday with more of our reshoot of Final Fantasy XV in the afternoon, and we'll see where the evening takes us. For now, I'm gonna get out of here, but, well, it's time to close the book on today and leave you with these parting words. From myself, my keepers, and those joining me on the stage this evening, to each and every one of you, the regulars, the followers, the newcomers, and the lurkers, whether you're just having a seat by the fire or you've got a running tab at the bar, remember, there's always more stories to tell. And hopefully, I'll see you all next time as we take heed of the voices of the mountain with a new chapter. Good night, you guys. Thank you so much for stopping by, and hope to see you again soon.